Florida Gators make their way out of the tunnel. The Gators in white tops tonight with orange pants and the orange helmets and the blue numerals trimmed in orange. Let's go back down to the playing field. Steve Babick, the opening ceremonies.
All right, thanks, Mick. The Gator captains are Mike DeGore, Cedric Faison, Marcus Thomas, Jeremy Mincy. Looks like Mike DeGore will call the coin flip. Let's take a listen into Steve Shaw give the instructions.
Let's show good sportsmanship, okay? I'm gonna come to you guys if we need help, all right? All right, we got a commemorative coin. That's a heads, that's a tails, that's heads, that's tails. Call it in the air loud enough for him to hear it. If I drop it, we'll flip it again.
Tails.
All right, he has called a tails. That is a heads. Florida State, you won the toss. We defer. All right, you're going to defer. All right, he defers. You're going to receive.
All right, Mick, FSU won the toss. They deferred. Florida will take the ball.
49th meeting in the series, and again the Gators 27 victories, FSU 19, 2 ties. The Gators trying to win here for the first time since 1986. Xavier Batea has it teed up. And we are just about ready for Florida State. Here comes the opening kickoff, and we're underway. Badia with a long kick. Going to go back into the end zone about 7 or 8 yards, and it will not be brought out. A touchback for Badia, his 26th touchback of the year. And the Gator offense must start from the 20-yard line, moving left to right for quarterback Chris Leak, a 6-foot sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, who ranks 10th in the southeastern, or they're 10th in the nation in passing efficiency. His rating is 150.9. He's completing 62% of his passes, 2,704 passing yards with 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. The Gators will start in the shotgun. And now split Faison in the slot to the left, small slot to the right. There are no backs. 5 wide receivers. Leak the throw and fires underneath. And there is a catch made for Bubba Caldwell on a short gain near the 25-yard line. Bubba Caldwell ranks 4th in the SEC, almost 63 yards per game.
The Gators ended up with an empty backfield, as you described, Mick. There were 2 backs starting out there, and then they shifted out. And just Caldwell ran a curl pattern about 8 yards deep. Came back to the ball. It's about a 5-yard gain.
And now Gavin Dickey comes into quarterback on the second play of the game, as he did last week. Leak is a receiver to the right, and Dickey fakes the handoff. Now going to keep the ball on an option play to the left. Going to try and turn the left corner, cross the 25, get to near the 27-yard line. Maybe about 3 yards before an outstanding linebacker, Ernie Sims, second on the team with 66 tackles, made the stop on Tallahassee native Gavin Dickey. Leak back at quarterback in the shotgun. 2nd and 4 from the left hash. Leak swings it out underneath for Faison, and he's hit, and he's been stopped and tackled back at the 20-yard line as Florida State played that screen pass perfectly. Free safety Pat Watkins came up and made the play, and the Gators are 4th and 10, and Eric Wilbur will have to punt it away.
Leak was in the shotgun. Faison just flared out to his left. FSU was in a zone defense, the corner playing short. The short zone saw the pass and came up and smacked it for a loss. That play really never had a chance to work.
Eric Wilbur has punted only once in the last 8 quarters. Here's the kick. It's away. Deep is Willie Reed. He'll make the catch at the 35. The 40 now veers left. He's to midfield, 45-yard line in Gator territory. Breaks the tackle at the 40 and finally tripped up at the 34-yard line. And a flag on the play. Florida State right now has it inside the 35.
Mick, you talked about it in the pre-game just a few minutes ago about the threat of this punt returner and the significance of the special teams. And it's staring at the Gators right now.
The Florida State got exactly what it wanted by winning the coin toss and deferring.
Illegal formation on the offense. The right tackle was off the line of scrimmage. Penalty is declined. 1st and 10.
First down for Florida State, moving right to left from the Florida 34-yard line, right hash. For quarterback, Wyatt Sexton. Running backs are split. There's the snap to Sexton on play action. He's dropping back to throw. Fires over the middle and is going to be incomplete off the hands of the Florida State receiver. Stancy Stovall had it, and D. Webb was just a step away from picking it off in midair, but could not. 2nd and 10. Wide receiver to the right. Sexton dropping back again and throws the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. And off the hands of Brandon Sila, the linebacker, who got in there and broke it up. 3rd down and 10. There's the snap to Sexton, looking to throw and fire the deep ball down the field and overthrowing the receiver, Chauncey Stovall. 3 incomplete passes from Wyatt Sexton, and the Seminoles have 4th down and 10 from the Florida 34-yard line.
The Gators brought everybody. Tight man-to-man coverage with a free safety in the middle of the field. Tried to go deep on the right side, going right down the numbers. Tight coverage by the corner. Safety got over. Well played.
Well, Gary Sismazia has replaced Xavier Beatty as the field goal and extra point kicker for Florida State. And Sismazia, a freshman, has not missed a kick all year. He's 4 for 4 in PATs and 6 for 6 in field goals, but they're not going to kick the field goal this time. It's going to be 50-plus yards. They decide to punt it away. And so Sismazia remains perfect in the kick department, and the Florida State punt by Chris Hall, a good one, coming near sideline, and the Seminoles are going to hit it at about the 1-yard line. They decided not to try a 50-yarder by Sismazia, and Chris Hall had a beautiful placement, 33 yards, and they're going to put it down near the 3-4 yard line.
Another great special teams play by FSU. Just a little pooch punt.
Well, the Gators' second offensive series begins at the 3-yard line. First series for Florida started at the Gator 20, and now this one at the Gator 3-yard line. Running backs in the I set with fullback Billy Latsko about a yard deep in the end zone, and about 5 yards deep, the tailback Ciatric Faison. Twin receivers out to the left, O.J. Small and Dallas Baker. The Gator tight end on the right side is Markel Thompson. Here we go. Gators drive start their own 3-yard line from the right hash. Chris Leak under center. And he drops back. On play action, rolling left out of the end zone. Looking to throw the ball left sideline. It is incomplete over there. Billy Latsko coming out of the backfield. O.J. Small also down the sideline, but incomplete.
Got a little motion, I think, in the backfield from Billy Latsko prior to the ball being snapped from that I position. Gators trying to get outside, run a little play action, rolling to his left, but it's all gonna.
Illegal shift. The fullback and the wideout was moving together and neither got set. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Chad Jackson in the slot to the left. Dallas Baker wide to the left. There's Chris Leak handing it off to Faison off the left side. He's hit at the 2-yard line. Stood up as he tries to launch to the 3. And not much of a gain. Well, it's a loss of 1 and 3rd down 11. Leak rolling left out of the shotgun, looking to throw and fires for O.J. Small at the 19-yard line. He makes a fine catch. Went down low to get that ball out to the 19-yard line.
4 receivers to the left as you described. Nobody in the backfield. In the shotgun, Chris Leak rolled to his left. Everybody cleared out. O.J. Small ran about a 12 to 15-yard out against the FSU zone. Found a soft spot, caught the low ball. Nice execution by quarterback and receiver.
The Gators now have the ball. First down, 19-yard line from the left hash. They fake the toss to Faison to the right and toss it back to him to the left. Misdirection play to the boundary. He turns that corner and is run out of bounds near the 23-yard line. Good for about 4 yards.
A tendency breaker for Larry Fedora, which he talked about at this point in the season, showing the defense something that the Gators have done often and do something different off of it. It looked like the formation that they would normally run the sweep, fake the sweep, and this ran a blind option to Ciatric Faison going around the left end.
2nd and 5. Leak on play action, back to throw under some pressure, fires the ball, and there's Bubba Caldwell making the catch at the 33-yard line, across the 35, up to the 36-yard line. Andre Caldwell with about a 13-yard gainer and a 2nd consecutive Florida first down as the linebacker A.J. Nicholson, their leading tackler, finally brought down Andre Caldwell.
Well, Chris Leak was under tremendous pressure, backing up, trying to get away from the blitz, threw off his back foot to a crossing Andre Caldwell coming from left to right.
Gators first down at their own 36. The ball equidistant between the hash marks. Here's a quick throw underneath. Left side Caldwell at the 40 and up to the 44-yard line. Andre Caldwell unravels 7 yards on a quick hitter off to the left side. Leak to Caldwell. Now Skylar Thornton, a tailback in the game, takes the toss to the left and tries to turn that corner. And he is hit hard by Roger Williams, a backup free safety over there on that Gator sideline after a little gain out to around the 46-yard line.
But good enough for a first down. Just a toss sweep. You've got the fullback, tight end, and wide receiver all bunched up in a little trio to the left. Seatric facing the tailback, pitching the ball, let him run around the left end, or that time Skylar Thornton, and he picks up the first down.
Gators first down now at the Florida 47 from the left hash. Leak under center. Takes the snap. Leak dropping back, looking, and throwing wide open. Tight end Tate Casey. He's got the ball, and now it's fumbled. A loose ball picked up by Florida State as Casey lost the football, and it's recovered by Buster Davis, the middle linebacker for Florida State at the 49-yard line. And a flag is in on the play as well.
2 flags. Got a bunch of stuff going on. Hopefully that will negate what happened.
Well, they got the tight end wide open, but he lost the ball. Buster Davis recovered, but there will be some penalties.
And number 6 on the defense. That'll be 5 yards from the previous spot. And repeat first down.
That's the defensive end, Willie Jones, offside for Florida State. All right, Gators now with a first down and 5 in FSU territory. The 48-yard line. There's a handoff to Faison, running up the middle of the field, spinning inside the 45 and twisting down to the 43-yard line. Ray Pecchion made the tackle. A senior from Miami, back up at strong side linebacker.
Just handing the ball out of the shotgun to Faison, going off the left side of the line. Larry Fedora, I'm almost afraid to say this out loud, but right now he's got FSU on their heels. The tempo is affecting him. He's mixing up the plays, multiple formations, doing things against the tendencies that he's shown all year, which every team has tendencies. Doing a masterful job right now.
9:58 to play, first quarter, no score, but the Gators are on the move.
Dead ball.
Unofficially.
Personal foul on the offense. We will measure and then give the results of the play.
Well, there's a penalty. Steve Shaw citing Florida for the foul as they're bringing the chains out for a measurement. The Gators are in a 7-play, 50-yard drive. It will be a first down.
Goes without saying, against a defense like this, you can't give them any advantage like penalties.
It's 1st and 10, I should say. 1st and 10 at the Florida 43. Gators with a stack eye to the right, a single receiver to the left. Florida has 1st and 10 at its own 43 from the left hash. Skylar Thornton is the running back. Chris Leak in the shotgun. Hands it off to Thornton, running off that left side, and he is hit by a swarming front line for Florida State. Gators moving, though. Now they have a 2nd down and 11 at their own 42 from the left hash. Gators with 2 tight ends. Now Leak on play action, dropping to throw and firing left side. It's incomplete. Trying to hit Markel Thompson. It would have been Thompson's first catch of the year. It was a little long and wide to the left. It'll bring up 3rd down 11.
Thompson running a flat route about 5 yards deep to his left. Chris Leak, play fake into the line of scrimmage, rolling to his left. Threw the ball a little out of the reach of Thompson.
Gators now with 3rd down 11, their own 42. Caldwell and Jackson split wide right. Dallas Baker wide left of the boundary. Now Faison and Small come wide to the right. 4 receivers to the right. Leak in the gun, rolling to his right. Looking. Gonna fire a deep ball down the sideline for Chad Jackson. He's there and he's got it. Out of bounds on the Seminole sideline. That'll be a long gain to the FSU 20-yard line as the Gators just picked up 38 yards on a Leak pass downfield to Chad Jackson.
Here's what you got going. 4 receivers to the right, one of them being Seatric Faison, who doesn't go out on the pattern. He just seals off the outside pressure so Chris Leak can roll out to his right. The other 3 receivers are running an out pattern, a flat pattern, and a deep pattern. FSU lost the deep guy, and Chris Leak found him.
Gators in an eye set, first down at the Florida State 20 from the right hash. Faison back in at tailback. Billy Lansko is the fullback. Florida with 2 receivers off to the left side, and a single receiver, Andre Caldwell, wide right toward the boundary. Florida first down at the FSU 20. This drive started back at the 3-yard line. Now Leak dropping to throw, fires down toward the end zone, and it is going to be incomplete and broken up nicely by Bryant McFadden on a pass thrown for Andre Caldwell. McFadden, who leads the Seminoles, just got his 10th pass deflection of the year.
Caldwell running what's called a skinny post from the right-hand side, just running up on the defender and heading toward the goal post.
2nd down for the Gators, the Seminole 20-yard line from the right hash. Now trips out left side. Dallas Baker, single receiver wide right. Leak in the gun, shovel pass underneath the Faison. Faison looking for running room. He's spinning inside the 15-yard line and getting near the 13-yard line, almost 7 yards on a shovel pass to Seatric Faison, his 28th catch this year. The tackle made by strong safety Jerome Carter.
Daring call right there. Chris Leak in the shotgun, sets up like he's looking to throw the ball down the field. Faison just kind of hides up amongst all the linemen, and it was a shovel pass to him.
Jackson and Small go off left side, and now the Gators try and throw the ball off left on the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown on the left side of the end zone. Chad Jackson. Beautifully done.
Wow.
13 yards, and the Gators have just driven almost the entire length of the field to score the first points of the game.
Great play calling. Chris Leak is just letting the ball go. That time he was under tremendous pressure and just let it go on a fade route. The defensive back just got lost. The ball was thrown behind. Chad Jackson found it.
That's only the 10th touchdown in 11 games given up by the FSU defense. Now the extra point kick. It is up, and it is good. Just inside the left upright as Matt Leach has hit his 102nd consecutive point after touchdown. And the Florida Gators have made a marvelous scoring drive. They've just gone 97 yards and timeout at Bobby Bowden Field at Doak Campbell Stadium with the score Florida 7, FSU nothing. Deep to return for Florida State, Willie Reed, Antonio Cromartie. Reed on the near hash. 3 kickoff returns, averaging 19. His longest kick return is 25. Antonio Cromartie, 16 kickoffs, averaging 21. Petro's right leg strikes the ball very high, not real deep. Taken down at the 3-yard line. It'll be Cromartie to the 10, coming near side 15. Cromartie 20, 25, 30, near sideline, finally shoved out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Out of bounds near the 36-yard line. Antonio Cromartie's longest kickoff return, 31 yards. That was a 33-yard return, but a flag has been thrown back at the 18-yard line.
Well, right then, Cromartie looked like he may be the fastest man in the world. He caught the ball on the right side of the field and ran around the entire Gator cover team.
During the return, holding number 98 of the receiving team, half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul, 1st and 10.
Now the Seminoles come with 2 receivers out wide right, a single receiver to the left. Sexton in the shotgun as they'll start from the 9-yard line. And here's a pass thrown out here to the left quickly to Chancey Stovall, who makes the catch and is shoved out of bounds at the 12. That's only about 3 yards. D. Webb on the coverage by Florida. Running back split. Sexton again dropping back, looking to throw on a slant, and another drop ball. It was right in the hands of Lorenzo Booker at the 12-yard line, middle of the field, and he drops it.
Well, the football gods are helping the Gators right now because that could have been a huge play. Brandon Seiler came on a blitz. The Gators had their ears pinned back, trying to get to Sexton. The running back did a delay route right over the middle where the linebackers weren't there because they were rushing Sexton. If he catches the ball, he's going to run for a bunch of yards.
Seiler and Everett, the linebackers, the Gators in the nickel. 3rd down, 7 for FSU at its 12-yard line. Sexton in the shotgun. Here's pressure from Seiler. He throws underneath. He's got the fullback, James Coleman, and Coleman across the 15, out of bounds near sideline. And near the 1st down marker, near the 18-yard line. He should be a little bit short, however. Jarvis Herring got over there to make the play for Florida's defense.
Yeah, and he made a nice tackle, Jarvis Herring did. But the Gators are showing a bunch of varied blitzes, but almost on every down, some linebackers coming from somewhere. A screen pass that time to the fullback for the changeup for FSU.
Now this looks to be at least a foot, if not a foot and a half short. We'll see as they extend those chains out. And it is about a foot short.
Or a foot and a half.
And Chris Hall comes into the game. He ranks 3rd in the ACC, averaging 42 yards. He had 11 punts in FSU's last game a week ago Thursday night at NC State. 11 punts. He averaged 41.9. Vernell Brown is deep. Gators figure to get good field position right here. Vernell Brown standing near the 43-yard line. All right. Chris Hall, 55 punts for the year, averaging 42 yards. There is the snap, and the kick is away. And he hits a very fine punt. Vernell backpedals to the 34, makes one man miss, and then slips forward and is down at around the 36-yard line.
Commercial break.
So the Gators put it in play. 7:12 to go first quarter. After a timeout, it's the Gators 7, Florida State nothing. All right, the Gators again have Dickey at quarterback, now in the shotgun formation. Chris Leak is a receiver wide to the right. Two receivers to the left. Dickey hands it off to Faison. Faison, a slow developing play, trying to run forward, getting up near the 39-yard line. That play was in very slow motion. Looked like Faison almost tripped over a player before he got going, and did get some yards before Ernie Sims brought him down.
Well, I think Ciatric was looking for something to happen. He is a patient runner, and not much was happening. He finally found just a little daylight.
Got 2 yards. 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line. Now Chris Leak returns to quarterback out of the shotgun. Twin receivers left, a single to right. Hand off to Faison, trying to find running room. That hole's been plugged up almost immediately at the line of scrimmage. Strong safety Jerome Carter shot through there and plugged that gap. Be very little gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 yards.
Chris Leak taking the ball, pump faking like he's going to make a throw, and then handing the ball on a draw play. But that FSU defensive front is pretty powerful. Standing our offensive linemen up that time and knocking them back into the running back.
Gators come with 5 receivers. Reggie Lewis in the game. Twins to the right, including Lewis in the slot. Trips to the left with O.J. Small in the slot to the left. 5 receivers. Leak in the gun. Pressure up the middle. He looks to throw it out to the left, and a catch made at the 44, but there's a quick hit also by cornerback Leroy Smith, and no gain after the catch. And the Gators are going to be short, and they're going to have to punt it away. That ball went forward about 4 yards, but not enough.
Well, O.J. Small just running a 5-yard out. The Seminoles came with a blitz on the inside. Looked like Chris Leak was going to get killed. He just unloaded it because of the blitz to O.J. Small. Just had to get rid of it and get some positive yards.
First punt tonight from Eric Wilbur went 44 yards. Here's his second kick away from the 33-yard line. Very high. Willie Reed signals for a fair catch back at the 11-yard line. A fine punt by Eric Wilbur, and no return of that punt. That's only the 8th punt Wilbur's had this year in which there's been a fair catch. It's 45 yards, and FSU puts it in play at the Seminole 11-yard line. FSU in the I set. Leon Washington, the tailback, takes the ball, runs between the tackles, and gets upfield for a couple of yards near the 14-yard line. And that is the first rushing play tonight. It took FSU 3 series lead, almost 10 minutes.
Which is quite surprising. We thought, the Gator coaches thought that's what they'd see, that FSU would come at the Gators first and foremost between the tackles, lining up in the formation, in the I formation.
2-yard gain, 2nd down 8 for FSU at its own 13-yard line. The ball is near the right hash. Wide to the left side for Florida State, the dangerous Grafonso Thorpe. Chauncey Stovall wide right. Sexton in the shotgun, hands it off to Washington, and he runs to the left side, and the Gators are getting him. They make him down as Jarvis Herring played the run perfectly, and a flag thrown on the play at the 14-yard line. Jarvis Herring from safety came up and did not let the running back turn that corner.
Well, we need to see what the penalty is, but the Gators played that extremely well.
Offsides, number 93 on the defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
5-yard penalty. Stephen Harris lining up from his defensive end position. And that's a 5-yard penalty, and FSU now has 2nd down and 2 at the 18-yard line. Stovall wide to the right. Robinson slot to the left, along with Grafonso Thorpe wide to the left. 2nd and 2. Wyatt Sexton in the shotgun. He drops back. He looks to throw. Now steps up and now fires the ball right side, and the catch made. That's a 1st down out to the 39-yard line as Chauncey Stovall got deep. That's good for 21 yards and a Florida State 1st down, their biggest play of the night.
Well, Gators came with some pressure inside. Wyatt Sexton was able, out of the shotgun, to slide around, step up into the pocket, roll a little to his right, which bought him enough time for the FSU wide receiver to work downfield about 18 yards and break to the outside. The zone had just kind of disintegrated at that point.
FSU in the I set. James Coleman, Leon Washington. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Out of an eye set. Here's the handoff to Washington. Trying to come to the left. Joe Cohen grabs him and throws him down on a fine play by the Gator defensive end. He tackles him for a loss at the 36-yard line as he will lose 4 yards on that play.
Well, that was perfectly played by Joe Cohen as the defensive end. He kept contained. He kept his outside shoulder pad free, fought through the blocker, got upfield. Washington hit up in there, had nowhere to go on the left side, tried to outrun Joe Cohen, but he had played it perfectly and made the tackle.
2nd and 14 for the Seminoles. At their own 36 from the left hash. Sexton in the shotgun, dropping back, looking, throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Bad throw by Sexton. 3rd down, 14 coming.
Well, Dominic Robinson, the wide receiver, working to the middle of the field. Again, that's where they most prefer Wyatt Sexton to work. Not all the time, but that's his preference. And the FSU wide receiver looked a little bit tentative when that ball was thrown in there, like he might get whacked. Because I think he might.
Well, Sexton has certainly been a study in contrast. 69% completions at home, only 45% completions on the road. Tonight, Sexton struggling a little bit, 3 of 8 with a couple of drops. 3rd down, 14 from the gun. Sexton dropping back, now looking to step up to try and run the ball, and he gets out across the 40-yard line to the 43-yard line. He's well short of the 1st down. Tried to scamper for a long yard and didn't get much as Joe Cohen closed down the gap. And the Gator defense makes a stop on Florida State following one long 21-yard completion.
Tight man coverage. Wyatt Sexton was getting pressure from some blitz pressure. Stepped up in the pocket, saw a lot of green grass, but Wyatt Sexton is not going to beat you with his legs. The Gator defenders recovered because Wyatt Sexton can't run fast enough to get the 1st down.
3rd punt tonight from Chris Hall is away at the 34-yard line, and he hits a very low line drive and hits it well, and it's going to be too long and go back into the end zone for a touchback. And that is a 56-yard kick. It was like shot out of a cannon for a touchback. The Gator offense will start at the 20-yard line. Gators have twin receivers to the right. Small is in the slot. Single receiver to the left. Now here's Leak on a play action. Stepping back, looking, now scrambling near the sideline. And he's going to take it right out of bounds and run out of bounds. On a play action, he found nothing open downfield. And he's going to lose yardage. About 4 yards.
FSU didn't bring any linebacker pressure. They just rushed with their front guys. But that brought pressure. It was a play-action fake, and Chris Leak rolled out to his right, trying to find somebody open. Couldn't find anybody on the scramble and just ran out of bounds, but he ran out of bounds for a loss. Would have been a better idea to throw it away.
Yeah. Throw it down the sideline and get those 4 yards back. Leak is 9 for 12 for 98 yards passing. It is 2nd down, 14. Thornton is the running back to the left of Leak. Gators underneath with a shovel pass to Thornton to the 20-yard line, and up near the 25-yard line of a shovel to Skylar Thornton. Good for about 9 yards as the backup middle linebacker Sam McGrew made the tackle.
Well, that's shovel pass number 2 for the Gators. That time had 14 yards to get the 1st down. Gators thinking the linebackers may drop extra deep. Shovel pass to the inside to the running back.
3rd down, 5. Leak to throw it to the near sideline. He's got Bubba Caldwell. 1st down catch out to the FSU 33-yard line. A quick throw near sideline, and Bubba Caldwell makes the catch. Claudius Osei on the tackle. Good for 9 yards and a Florida 1st down. And an injured Seminole back at the 27-yard line. Gators 1st down at their own 33. Ball on the right hash. Backs in an eye set. And now here's an option toss to Thornton. Let's go with a block out in front of him. Thornton at the 45. Thornton near midfield. Getting to the 50-yard line on a beautiful run on a sweep to the left side. It's good for 19 yards.
Another brilliant call by Larry Fedora. Ran the option. Just a quick speed option, knowing that the FSU defensive front is just coming with such intensity. Chris Leak just takes the ball down the left side of the line of scrimmage and pitched it quick off the end man of the line.
Gators 1st down, their own 49. Is Leak dropping back to throw, trying to fire a deep ball, and he overthrows the intended receiver, Andre Caldwell. Seminole safeties were deep on the play, and the ball was overthrown. No one could get it. It's 2nd down for the Gators back at their own 49.
I think that what the Gators were trying to do, roll to the right with the backside wide receiver Caldwell running a post pattern between the two hash marks, having the safeties overreact, but Caldwell kind of flattened that one out. Chris Leak thought he was going a little deeper.
Gators second down, their own 49. Small and Jackson are wide right. Baker is wide left. And now here's the handoff to Thornton up the middle of the field, crossing the 50 into FSU territory. Brought down at the Seminole 48-yard line by A.J. Nicholson, junior weak side linebacker who leads their team in tackles. He had 14 tackles against Duke earlier this year. The Gators third down, 6 at the Seminole 47. Leak under pressure, trying to set up the screen inside to Thornton, and he got cut down by one man. Thornton could not make one man miss. Leroy Smith tackled Thornton at the 48-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
But in defense of Skylar Thornton, he caught that ball on the screen. By the time he turned around, the FSU defensive player was right on him. But another screen, and even though that's not working great right now, it gives FSU a whole lot to think about to keep them out of rhythm.
Gators have been effective in that regard, Lee, in the screens and in the shovel passes. The Gators have dominated the first quarter tonight. They lead after the first 15 minutes. Florida 7, Florida State nothing. In the first quarter, the Gators had the ball for 11 minutes. Florida State 4 minutes. Gators had 146 yards, FSU only 37. The Gators had 8 first downs. The Seminoles had only 1 first down in the first quarter. And the Gators take a 7-0 lead into the second quarter tonight here in the state capitol. It'll be 4th and 7. The Gators have punter Eric Wilbur into the game. Wilbur, 2 punts tonight, has averaged 45.5 yards. He'll hit this ball near his 40-yard line. Willie Reed standing at the 10 for Florida State on the punt return. There's the snap. It's a good one. And the kick is away. Very high kick. And it's going to come down. It's going to be caught at the 14-yard line. No fair catch. And the Gators corral him and cover him. And they knock him down. Very nicely done. The Gators got good coverage on that kick team. And Eric Rutledge got down there and made a tackle at the 20-yard line.
Looked like Earl Everett may have helped him out some himself.
In that first quarter, Florida State, 11 plays, 8 passes, 3 rushes.
Surprising.
They work it left to right in the second quarter. The running backs are split. Leon Washington and B.J. Dean. Wyatt Sexton in the shotgun. Chauncey Stovall wide to the right. Dominic Robinson wide to the left. Now here's Sexton rolling out, coming to the near sideline and throws incomplete. Under pressure, just threw it down into the ground as the Gators pressured him out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Good hustle by Jeremy Mincy on the outside. 2nd and 10, FSU at its own 20. Sexton again in the shotgun, has twin receivers to both sides. There's the snap. Sexton dropping back, looking to throw near sideline. Underneath, he's got a receiver, Willie Reed, who makes the catch. The Gators knock him out of bounds short of the 30-yard line. Willie Reed's 13th catch of the year. Reed has been slowed by a hamstring, but he's on the mend. And the Gators, Ronaldo Hill on the coverage. As we go downstairs, here's Steve.
You know, early in this game, I was looking for Channing Crowder. He hasn't been out there yet, but there's been no need. I think there's only been 2 or 3 running plays so far by Florida State. They've gone with the pass. The Gators have gone to the nickel and dime package. Basically, the base package has been the 5 defensive backs with Seiler and Everett at the linebacking position. Now, Crowder, his warm-up was good, but they said that he kind of had a relapse to what happened last week where he couldn't go, but he is available to play if needed.
2 tight ends for FSU on 3rd down and less than a yard. B.J. Dean, the running back, and now there's movement across the line of scrimmage. It looked as if Ray McDonald was trying to anticipate the snap count as he blasted through there, and flags on the play.
Well, you got to laugh a little bit that time at Ray. He overreacted, jumped off sides.
95 on the defense, 5-yard penalty, 1st and 10.
Ray shot through the center guard gap, was about 3 yards into the backfield, and turned back around and ran just as fast back to the other side, maybe hoping nobody saw him.
It didn't work.
Didn't work.
First down by penalty. FSU's 2nd first down of the game. Out to their own 35 from the right hash. Backs now on an eye set. Washington the tailback. Sexton looking to throw and fires the deep ball on the sideline. Trafonso Thorpe is out of bounds when he makes the catch at the 44-yard line. Incomplete. Twin receivers to the left. Single receiver. Chauncey Stovall wide right. There's the snap to Sexton. Dropping back, looking, throwing down the middle of the field. He's got Stovall on a crossing route and a first down catch out to the 47-yard line. Good for 12 yards. Fine throw, the best of the game for Sexton. And Stovall, a big receiver, 6'2", about 220 on the reception.
Stovall was on the right-hand side, went down about 15 yards and cut straight across the middle. Caught the ball between the two hash marks. The two inside linebackers for the Gators were blitzing.
1st and 10, FSU at its own 47 near the right hash. Backs it an eye. And now here's play action for Sexton to throw a deep ball down the sideline and overthrows the intended receiver, Chauncey Stovall, who is drawing man-on-man coverage from D. Webb. Incomplete on the long throw near sideline, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Good job by D. Webb getting in the path of the deep streak route by the FSU wide receiver. FSU does like to hang the ball up just like that. Wyatt Sexton does that pretty well, but it was well played by D. Webb.
Sexton is 5 of 13 for 52 yards. There have been 3 drops by the FSU receivers tonight, and it's 2nd down and 10 for Florida State at its own 47. They've got twins out to the left to the strong side and twins right toward the boundary. There's the snap to Sexton out of the shotgun. He's in some trouble, and he'll be hit and dropped and sacked back inside the 40-yard line as the Gators make a big play. Ray McDonald in on that play.
Well, linebackers blitzed, trying to work the middle of the field again, FSU was, but that time the Gators got there, Ray McDonald first, which is wonderful that the Gator defensive line is continuing its improved plays from the South Carolina game. Big play, big sack.
3rd and 17 for the Seminoles, their own 40. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Out of an I formation, Sexton on play action, dropping back in some trouble. Now scrambling forward. He's at the 45-yard line. A flag throws in on the play as Sexton is brought down at the 50-yard line. The Gators got Corey Bailey, Ray McDonald, and Ronaldo Hill downfield, and they make the stop. A very short run there, and a flag thrown way back at the 35-yard line.
Great pressure again. Wyatt Sexton stepping up into the pocket. He had grass downfield, but his receivers were covered, forcing him to run, which Wyatt Sexton doesn't want to run.
Holding, number 77 on the offense. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
That's big Ray Willis, the right tackle, 3rd-year starter out of Angelo, Texas. 6'6", 320, a senior, guilty of that penalty on Florida State. And the Seminoles now are going to have to punt it away. 12:54 to play here in the 2nd quarter, and the Gators leading 7-0. Florida had a 14-play, 97-yard touchdown drive on the FSU defense in the 1st quarter tonight. Vernell Brown is back. Chris Hall to punt it away, his 4th punt. He's averaged 45.7. Right leg strikes the ball, very high kick. Vernell gets out of the way. The ball hits at the 3-yard line and goes back into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. That's a 50-yard kick. 12:26 to play in the 1st half tonight here in Tallahassee. Time is out with our score. The Gators 7, FSU nothing. Caldwell is split wide to the left. Jamal Cornelius to the right. Billy Latsko is on a wing to the right. Seatric Faison in a one-back set. Chris Leak is under center. Now Latsko in motion to the far side. There's the snap to Leak. The handoff to Faison. A hole opens. He blasts through. Good running room for Seatric Faison. Hipping and skipping across the 40. Near the 45-yard line. Almost 10 yards on that gallop by C4. Tackle made by safety Jerome Carter.
Good blocking up front. Good running by Faison. But another tendency breaker by Larry Fedora. Lining up in the sweep formation with the tight end, fullback, wide receiver bunched up. And he ran straight up the middle.
Now here's Chris Leak on a quarterback's keeper. Needing about a foot to get the first down. He crosses the 45, has the first down out to the Florida 46-yard line. Gators now with 9 first downs. Florida State has 3 so far. Unofficially, the Gators are the 156 yards. Florida State 61. Gators now come with a stack eye, triple receiver formation to the right. Single to the left is Dallas Baker. Faison is the running back. Leak in the shotgun. Look, fakes the screen right. Now drops back. Wants to go deep. And looking, will throw the ball out of bounds. Left sideline. Now he faked that screen on the stack to the right, but FSU was covering downfield and Leak threw it away.
Well, Chris Leak had all day trying to set up a screen pass. FSU was all over that. Took that away. And then Chris Leak was looking for somebody to break free. Nobody did.
Leak 12 of 17 tonight. A good start, 114 yards. 2nd and 10 for the Gators. At the 46. Now Cornelius coming in motion. There's the snap to Leak. Leak dropping, looking, throwing over the middle. He's got tight end Tate Casey. The receiver makes the catch in Florida State territory at the FSU 40-yard line. And that's good for about 14 yards and a Florida first down to Tate Casey.
Oh, another nice play that time with Cornelius coming on the short pattern 5 yards deep over the middle to bring the linebackers up. Tate Casey from the tight end position on the left-hand side went deeper and came behind the linebackers. Chris Leak threw it to him.
Gators first down at the FSU 40. Here's the toss to Seatrick Faison, trying to get a block from Latsko and turn that corner. And Pat Watkins comes up and makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. Very little gain. C4 might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, trying to run that ball to the right side.
When we talk about tendencies and tendency breakers, that is the formation. The Gators lining up tight end, fullback, wide receiver bunched up on the right-hand side. So effectively all year they've run the sweep. They ran the sweep that time, but FSU recognized it from the snap.
FSU playing without Leroy Smith now, the starting cornerback, out with his left arm in a sling, injured on the sideline. 2nd down and 10. Leak in the shotgun, dropping back. Leak looking, throwing over the middle of the field. He's got the tight end again, wide open. Tate Casey with a catch down to the Florida State 26-yard line as Casey gets free again over the middle of the field between the hash marks for 15 yards and the Florida first down.
Larry Fedora has got him fooled. That time, I think, was it Caldwell that went in motion? Nick, I think it was Caldwell, went in motion to his right, but it was the same play that Tate Casey caught the previous ball on. FSU doesn't know where he is.
Gators have 5 wide receivers as they throw it out here wide right. It is incomplete. Tried to quickly throw it out to Caldwell out there on that right side. They had trips to the right, twins left, and the Leak pass incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 for the Gators at the FSU 25.
Larry Fedora, I keep saying his name because he has done a great job of scouting this FSU defense, knowing their tendencies and things that they react to, and he's taking advantage of them.
All right, Caldwell, Jackson, and Small trips wide right with the Dallas Baker wide to the left. Trips to the right, single to the left. Leak in the shotgun. 2nd down, 10 for the Gators. The FSU 25 from the left hash. Long cadence. There's the snap to Leak. Leak a short drop, and there's a flag in on the play. Gators may have been guilty of a delay of game. It was a long cadence, so I'm not sure if they were understanding what they were trying to do, because if not, they let the play clock run out.
Well, I think that Chris Leak...
Dead ball, delay of game on the offense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Chris Leak was trying to read that coverage, and FSU was messing with his mind right there, shifting around, and he kind of got locked into trying to figure it out, and the time ran out.
So it's now 2nd and 15. Ball back at the 30-yard line. Dallas Baker to the left. It trips out wide to the right. Seatrick Faison is the running back. Leak looking to the sideline to get the play. There's the snap. Leak backpedals. He looks. He steps up. He's hit and he's dropped as they got the linebacker Buster Davis through there, and they sack Chris Leak back at the 43-yard line. The Gators have just effectively, the last 2 plays, lost 18 yards.
FSU's defense, as we've talked about all along, can run. All these guys can run. When the offense is moving, Chris Leak is either rolling out, or when he drops back, he gets rid of the ball quickly. You can't hold the ball very long against this defense, and that time Chris Leak did try to hold it and let something develop. The rush got to him.
Gators have 3rd down and 28. Back at the FSU 43. Twins to the left, trips to the right, an empty set. 5 wide receivers. There's the snap to Leak. Leak looking to throw and fires. Got to receive at the 35-yard line to the 30, and on his feet, Bubba Caldwell inside the 15-yard line, and he's down to the 15. The ball coming loose. A mad scramble for it after he had a first down, near a first down. The Gators have recovered. Bubba Caldwell had it at a first down territory, then lost the ball. The Florida got it back, and that's going to be Gators recovering.
That time, a lot of pressure on Chris Leak. The Gators took 4 receivers and put them down the field, 2 on the hash marks, 2 on the outside, and then brought Caldwell short. Chris Leak got the ball to Caldwell in a man-to-man kind of situation, and he shook free and got up the field.
Claudius Osei forced that fumble, but the Gators did recover it. 9:11 to play, second quarter, and there's timeout. You're in Tallahassee with the score: Florida 7, Florida State nothing. It's 4th down and a yard to go as the Gators go for it. 4th down, a yard to go. Faison goes in motion. Leak under center, rolling right, looking to throw the ball right side. It is incomplete, broken up. It was intended for Faison. The Gators wanted a pass interference on cornerback Bryant McFadden. There was no flag out there on the right side, but back away from play off to the left, there was a flag thrown back at the 17-yard line away from the play.
Dead ball. False start. Number 84 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, now the Gators are going to send the field goal kicker into the game on that penalty against Tate Casey. Here comes place kicker for the Gators, Matt Leach. 10 of 14 on field goals this year. And inside of 40 yards, 6 of 8. All right, this will be about 38 yards off the left hash. Jeff Whitaker to hold. There's the snap, the set down, the kick is up. It is on its way, and it is good. Inside the right upright. Leach hits from 38 yards, and the Gators put 3 more on the board. 9:01 to play, second quarter. Timeout with our score: Florida 10, Florida State nothing. Reed on the far hash and Cromartie on the near hash. FSU is 72nd nationally, 8th in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Kick returns, 19.3 yards. The Gators have managed to silence 80,000 plus here at Bobby Bowden Field, Doak Campbell Stadium. 9:01 to play, second quarter. The Gators are 10-0 lead, and here's the Petro kick, very short. Coming down to Reed at the far side, 7-yard line. 10, 15, and the Gators tackling just across the 15-yard line on a great tackle made by the Gators on special teams there as they got Tony Joyner downfield to make the play. 58-yard kickoff, 9-yard kick return. FSU will put it in play. New tailback in the game for FSU, Lorenzo Booker, 8th in the league, 76 yards a game in the Atlantic Coast Conference this year. Booker the tailback, Sexton back to throw. Hangs one up in the air down the near sideline. It is going to be incomplete and broken up beautifully by the Gators. Ronaldo Hill. He had the deep coverage on Cafonso Thorpe.
Ronaldo Hill covering tight man-to-man. Wide receiver to the right, ran a streak pattern. Wyatt Sexton, the quarterback, hung it up high and deep. And that time Ronaldo Hill at the last second turned his head and found the ball.
That's really kind of what made the play. He turned around and hit it off his shoulder pad. I don't know that it would have necessarily hit him if he didn't turn around.
I agree. No, it wouldn't have.
So credit Ronaldo Hill with that pass breakup, his 4th of the year. 2nd and 10, Florida State, 16-yard line. Again, Sexton back to throw. Swings it underneath the Chris Davis. Davis gets the ball, and the Gators tackle him in the 19-yard line. That's only about 3 yards on the screen to Chris Davis, a sophomore from St. Petersburg. Nice play by linebacker Brandon Seiler.
Great reaction by the Gator defense in the zone. Wide receiver running a screen play, comes right down the line of scrimmage underneath his blockers, catches the screen, turns it up the field, but the Gator defense was all in position, reacted, came up and made the tackle.
3rd down and along 6 for FSU at its 20-yard line. Stovall wide right, Thorpe wide left. Dominic Robinson slot to the left. Now here's Sexton again back to throw and fires it deep to that left sideline. He's got a receiver there as the catch made by Thorpe at the 31-yard line. Good enough for a first down. 12-yard gain on a very long throw to that far sideline.
Nice throw by Wyatt Sexton. Gator defense is doing now what the coaches want them to do, which is seal off the inside routes. They did that. As a result, they make themselves a little bit more vulnerable to the outside with a one-on-one
downfield on the offense. Number 14, who was covered up by the wide receiver. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
3rd down 11 for Florida State at its own 15-yard line. Twins to the left. Single receiver wide right. That's Stovall. He's being defended by Webb. Here's Sexton in some pressure. He'll be hit and dropped as Ray McDonald got in there with a sack. Ray McDonald brings him down at the 7-yard line. And the Gator defense forces Florida State to punt it away.
Wow. Nothing fancy up front. Just Gator defensive linemen getting after it. McDonald coming free and making the sack. Excellent coverage downfield. Jamming up the receivers, taking away their routes. Really well done by the Gator defense.
Now Chris Hall will have to punt from his own end zone. 4 punts tonight, 46.8 average. And the kick is away by Hall. Vernell Brown back to return, gets out of the way of a short ball, hits at the 42-yard line, and turns toward the Gators sideline, goes right out of bounds. He got no forward turnover or roll at all. Was exit stage left, out of bounds on a very short kick by the FSU punter, Chris Hall. The Gators have excellent field position with 7:15 to play in the second quarter. Timeout with the score, the Gators 10, Florida State nothing. Florida will have a first down at the FSU 41-yard line. Chris Lake 15 of 21 for 171 yards. Gators have a stack eye to the left. Single receiver to the right. Here's a throw underneath the Bubba Caldwell. And he looks to want to throw the football, but he's covered. And they'll be hit and dropped. 47-yard line, and flags go flying in on the play. 3-4 of them down. And the Gators didn't get Bubba Caldwell time to throw, but let's sort out these penalties.
I'm thinking they grabbed Caldwell's face mask. Had a double pass going. Tried to throw it to Caldwell. Was going to throw the post pattern. Got some pressure.
Incidental face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Lee, was that a face mask, you think, after he realized he didn't have time to throw, or was it first or was it later, the face mask, do you think?
Well, I think Caldwell was getting ready to bail out when the face mask occurred. He felt the pressure, couldn't make the throw, was getting ready to run, and an FSU defender just reached out and got his face mask.
So it's 1st and 5, and Gavin Dickey is in at quarterback in the shotgun formation. Chris Leak is the receiver wide to the right. Dickey shovels it underneath for Faison, trying to break a tackle, getting inside the 35. He's down to the 31-yard line. That should be a first down, very near the first down. I think he's inside the 31-yard line, which would be a first down for Faison on a shovel pass from backup quarterback Gavin Dickey. The tackle made by the linebacker for Florida State, Ray Pecchion.
A tricky shovel pass. Looked like an option going to the left, but trailing him was Faison, and he pitched it right underneath. Another tendency breaker.
O.J. Small wide to the right. O.J. Small has been relatively quiet tonight. Twin receivers to the left. Chris Leak returning at quarterback. Now Chad Jackson goes in motion to the right. And there's movement on the left side for the Gator line. Jonathan Colon backing out of there. Got called for a penalty on a first down play.
Dead ball foul. False start. Number 78 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, the Gators this year have been the most penalized team in the Southeastern Conference, averaging 67 yards a game, 8 penalties.
Offensive linemen were in their stance a long time, and this is a fast defensive front by the Seminoles, and I think that we get a little edgy when we have to sit there too long.
First down, 15 yards to go for the Gators, the FSU 35 from the left hash. Small and Jackson are wide to the right. Leak on a play action, dropping back, has time to throw, going for a deep ball down toward the end zone, and he just overthrows Chad Jackson in the back of the Seminole end zone down there. And it's incomplete.
Play action fake, making the linebackers come up, the safety rotate to the Gator offense's left, man-to-man coverage. Chad Jackson had a shot at that ball if he lays out.
Gators now with a second down. And still 15 in the FSU 35. Trips to the right. Dallas Baker, the single receiver to the left toward the boundary. Chris Leak in the shotgun. Again, shovels underneath for Faison. Faison at the 35, makes a man miss at the 30-yard line. Spins inside to the 29-yard line. 6 tough yards for Seatric Faison. Another catch of a shovel pass.
I don't know if I've ever seen a game in this short period of time with this many shovel passes, but it serves its purpose. It takes advantage of the rush of FSU and sometimes the overreaction in the secondary, and those guys dropping deeper than they should to take away the pass.
It's much the way the Gators a decade ago used Eric Rett on shovel passes inside. 5:20 to play, second quarter. Gators leading 10-0. They have a 3rd down and 9 at the FSU 29. Leak dropping back again, looking, firing a deep corner. He's got a man open back down there, but the ball is underthrown, and it's going to be intercepted. Brian McFadden in the end zone picks it off.
Had a corner pattern going to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Chris Leak took a lot of time and tried to hang that ball up, and really the ball just hung a little too long, as you described, Mick, a little too short. McFadden is a good defensive back and just reacted to that ball, even though for a moment Chad Jackson looked wide open in the end zone.
Leak's 10th interception of the season. FSU now will have it from the 20-yard line, moving left to right. Backs in a nice set. Here's the toss to Leon Washington, trying to turn the corner, and he can't do it. Brandon Seiler outran him and threw him down for a loss back at the 17-yard line.
That was impressive by Brandon Seiler. Coming from inside out in his linebacker position, the defensive lineman leveled off the offensive line, made that play bounce outside, and Brandon Seiler came from his inside linebacker position and ran down Washington, which is doing something.
Brandon Seiler, 3rd on the Gator team in tackles, despite not playing very much the first 4 or 5 games. 2nd down and 12 yards to go for the Seminoles at their 18-yard line. Wyatt Sexton now in the shotgun. Drops back and looks to throw and fires underneath, and it may have been tipped, broken up at the line of scrimmage. Somebody on that Gator defensive right side got up and broke it up. It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
Wow, Gators came with a corner blitz from D. Webb from the FSU's right side of the line, and they had a screen pass going to the right, but a defensive lineman, Ray McDonald, got his hands up, I think, and tipped it away, disrupted the screen.
Sexton now is 6 of 16, 56 yards. 3rd down, 12 for Florida State at its 18-yard line. They've got twin receivers to the left, one to the right. Sexton in the shotgun, dropping back, looking, in some pressure now. Still trying to fire the ball, and it's going to be broken up and incomplete. Tipped away by the Gator coverage down there at about the 33-yard line. And again, the Gators have forced Florida State to punt it away.
And I'm impressed with the Gators secondary, including the linebackers playing this man-to-man coverage. They're running all over the field with these FSU receivers, including the linebackers matching up with the running backs. Impressive job at this point of the game.
Sexton 6 of 17. 4 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Gators lead 10-0. Here's the punt by Chris Hall. It hits at the 45, bounces right into the hands of Vernell Brown, trying to turn the corner at the 45-yard line. At the 47, a flag goes flying in. There'll be a penalty in this Gator punt return effort near the 47-yard line. Vernell Brown averaging 8.5 yards per punt return. That's 6th in the SEC.
Vernell making a nice decision that time. It was not a very good punt. A low end-over-end punt.
In the return, illegal block in the back, number 22 on the receiving team, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, 1st and 10.
Twins to the left. Bubba Caldwell wide right to the boundary. Leak in the shotgun, dropping back, stepping up, feeling pressure, going to run him, loses the football, but catches it, and then drops it again at the 35-yard line. And it looks like the Seminoles have recovered Leak's 2nd fumble. He recovered his own 1st fumble, took 2 more steps, dropped it again, and Florida State gets the ball at the Gator 35-yard line. Leak has had back-to-back turnovers on 2 straight possessions. Leak dropped it, picked it up, and then he got hit really hard by Ernie Sims, the linebacker, that forced that fumble. And Leak is up, now getting up, and he hops up, and he's okay. Had his bell rung. Backs in a nice set. Lorenzo Booker is the tailback. Here's play action from Sexton, dropping to throw and firing over the middle of the field. He's got a receiver, and it's a catch made for Chancey Stovall at the 27-yard line. That's just short of the 1st down. Under 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And now here's the handoff as they try and get it. Errol Everett there. Looks like he stopped up the fullback. 1:43 to play, second quarter. Gators nursing a 10-0 lead. Here's Sexton to throw near sideline, and a catch made at the 10-yard line. Near side by Chauncey Stovall, a senior from Gifford, Florida. Receiver to the right with Twins to the left. Sexton dropping back, now stepping up, rolling near side, throws, has a man underneath, and a catch made at the 8-yard line. Inside the 5, he's down to the 3-yard line. as he fired it to the big tight end, Paul Irons.
The downfield receivers were all stopped. Fullback went into the flat to the right. Sexton had pressure, rolled to his right, and checked down to the fullback who was open, broke a tackle to get the ball to the 2-3 yard line.
Now the Gator defense wants a timeout with 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Timeout in Tallahassee with the score Florida 10, FSU nothing. 4 receivers as Sexton dropping back, looking to throw, fires in the end zone, too high, incomplete. Intended for Chauncey Stovall. Third down goal, 3-yard line, right hash. Sexton dropping back, looking to throw, fires to the end zone. It's going to be broken up short of the end zone. About the 4-yard line is where the actual play was. And the Gators got great coverage out there by Ronaldo Hill and broke it up. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. So they're going to try the field goal. There's the snap, the set down. The kick is up, and it is good. Short 20-yard field goal by Gary Sismasia gives FSU points before the end of the half. The Gators head to the locker room with a halftime lead of 10-3. Gators 10, 8th-ranked FSU 3. And we are set for the second half as Petro runs up and strikes the football, hits it high end over end. It's going to be 3 yards deep and brought out by Cromartie. 10, 15, and hit at around the 17-yard line. Dallas Baker got down there and made a nice play on the special teams for the Gators as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Gator Football Network, a division of Clear Channel Sports. Wyatt Sexton starts the third quarter as the FSU quarterback. Twin receivers to the right, twin receivers come to the left of the strong side. Washington is the running back to the left of Sexton, who's in the shotgun. FSU works from right to left here in the third quarter. Sexton dropping back to throw, looks to fire it out wide to the right to Stovall, and Stovall driven out of bounds on the far sideline by the Gator cornerback D. Webb. A short completion gets perhaps 5 yards. Second down and 6 for FSU. There's the snap to Sexton. He drops back. He's under some pressure, and he's going to be hit, and he's going to be thrown down. A marvelous play. The Gators were able to just throw Leon Washington right out of the way and into the pile on that play, and they get the sack back at the 18-yard line.
Earl Everett got there first, and then a bunch of his buddies showed up about a half a second later. Earl Everett coming on a blitz from the outside on the right side of the defense, whipped the blocker. Sexton had really nowhere to go, held the ball. Everett gets there.
Big play for Earl Everett. Second on the Gator team, 64 tackles. He had 3.5 sacks coming into the game. It is 3rd down 11 for FSU back at the Seminole 18-yard line. Twins to the left side, single receiver to the right. Sexton dropping back, looking to throw, and fires underneath for Stovall, 25-yard line, and he is brought down on a fine play there at the 29-yard line, but may be deep enough for a first down. It was really a one-arm running tackle by Ray McDonald, and depending upon the spot of the ball, it might be a little bit short.
Another tight man coverage situation. Sexton was able to hold the ball long enough to let somebody come underneath all the crossing patterns.
4th down.
And it's short.
It's short by a couple of feet. And so Chris Hall's got to come in to punt again. This will be his 7th punt of the game. He had 11 punts 9 days ago at Raleigh against NC State. He's averaged 44 yards tonight with a long punt of 56. He'll hit this ball near his 15-yard line. Vernell Brown is deep. It's a good snap, and the kick is away. Not a very good kick at all. Hits at the 40-yard line and goes out of bounds on the Florida sideline. And so not well struck by Chris Hall. Gator offense puts it in play. Lee, that was huge because FSU doesn't make anything on their first possession. The Gators come out with a little offense now.
And great field position as well.
32 yards on the punt.
The key for the Gator offense in my mind is they can strike, they'll make plays. Just don't try and force stuff, and don't give FSU anything cheap. No turnovers.
Dallas Baker split wide to the left. In the slot right, Bubba Caldwell, Chad Jackson wide right. And now they split the backfield and have twins to the left with trips to the right side. No backs. Leak dropping back, throws to the boundary side and forces a throw wide left out of bounds. Dallas Baker, the intended receiver, and he had tight coverage over there from Antonio Cromartie, who's got to play the distance tonight with Leroy Smith injured, a broken left forearm for the FSU senior cornerback.
Dallas Baker was covered a lot on that out route. I'll come back to that.
2nd and 10 from the 40. Single receiver to the left is Caldwell. Twins to the right. Small and Jackson. The running backs in an I set. The fullback is Billy Lansko. Tailback is Theatric Faison. On an option toss it, it's coming to Faison. To the right side, he's trying to turn the corner. He can't do it. Pat Watkins runs up there. Bryant McFadden coming from the secondary. Too much lateral pursuit and speed. And no turn of the corner there as the Gator running back Theatric Faison dropped down at around the 40-yard line.
Well, that time O.J. Small was in the slot as a wide receiver to the right and came down the line and put a crackback block on an FSU defender that was terrific. Florida running the option outside, looked for a second like Theatric Faison. They get big yards, but FSU closed on it.
3rd down, 12. Now Leak takes the snap, rolls to the left. He's under pressure and he has to throw the ball away. He was being pursued up in his face by Eric Moore chasing him. Leak had to unload. That's a good defensive stop for Florida State, and the Gators will have to punt it away early in the 3rd quarter.
Trying to move Chris Leak around and get him away from the rush as a changeup, rolling him out to the left, trying to put 3 receivers on 2 defenders in a zone, but the pressure and that FSU defensive front, they run so well. If Chris Leak doesn't throw that ball on time, he's in trouble.
First half tonight, Eric Wilbur, 3 punts, an average of 40 yards with a long punt of 46. He'll hit this near his 25-yard line. There's the snap, the kick away. Very nice kick, Willie Reed. And just to make the catch at the 27 to the 30, 35, 40. Willie Reed looking for running room. A flag goes in on the play on the punt return. There will be a penalty as Willie Reed brought down at the 39-yard line.
Got to believe there's a clip somewhere.
It was 34 yards on the punt, 11 yards on the return, and even 12 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 22 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st and 10.
And timeout with the score. Florida 10, Florida State 3. Along with Lee McGriff, Steve Babbitt, I'm Mick Hubert. Here in Tallahassee, we have 12 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Gators are leading 10-3. Each team has had it once in the 3rd quarter, and each team has had to punt. So Lee, this Gator defense continuing to play well, but there's still a lot of football left.
Lots to be played, and you wonder where is Chris Ricks if that doesn't become a factor here sometime to try and get a mobile quarterback to add one more dimension to a struggling FSU offense.
FSU will start from its 18-yard line. Lorenzo Booker is the tailback in the I. The fullback is James Coleman. Wyatt Sexton in the passing department tonight, 11 of 25 for 102 yards. Sophomore from here in Tallahassee. Sexton under center. Backs in the I set. And there's a flag on the play. May have been some movement on the FSU offensive left side. Babbitt after the penalty call. First half penalties tonight. There were a total of
dead ball,
14.
False start on the offense. The left tackle and left end. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
8 for 56 against Florida, 6 for 64 against Florida State. Let's join Steve at the sidelines.
The game began with Brian Ross as the Florida State center with David Castillo's injury to his hand. Guess what? Things aren't going very well up front. David Castillo is back at center for Florida State. They need some help up there. He's in the game.
First down and 15 for the Seminoles back at the 13-yard line. Wyatt Sexton in the shotgun, dropping back and looking and throwing the ball. Left sideline, he's got a receiver. Crefonso Thorpe on the catch out to the 32-yard line. That's a good throw and a 1st down. Crefonso Thorpe, his 116th career catch, goes for 19 yards.
Runs a 20-yard comeback to the wide side of the field. And I know this sounds repetitive, but the Gators are trying to stifle the inside and they're giving up that passing lane to see if Sexton can execute that consistently.
First down for the Seminoles, their own 32. Backs, one back set and the shotgun. Here's the handoff to Booker, trying to run up the middle of the field, and Jeremy Mincy grabs him and throws him down at the 39-yard line. But that was a very quick run for about 6 yards before Mincy got him. 2nd and 4 for FSU. There's the snap to Sexton on play action. Sexton rolls right. Seiler pressures him. The throw comes out to the right and is caught by Dominic Robinson. That's a first down at the Seminole 45-yard line to Dominic Robinson. He had a big game against Florida last year. 5 catches for 102 yards for Robinson a year ago.
Sexton faked the ball on a play action pass with the back going from right to left, kept the ball, rolled out to the right, had an out pattern going to the right. Sexton hit it on the run, looked like for a second there Brandon Seiler might run him down, might run Sexton down, but he unloaded the ball before he could get there.
Sexton is 4 for 4 and 40 yards passing in this third quarter. Getting a little rhythm. Gator lead is 10-3. FSU first down at the 45-yard line. Sexton dropping back, looks to throw the ball wide right. It is incomplete. He was pressured as the Gators sent Travis Harris in there from the linebacking spot and really put a blow on Wyatt Sexton, who's maybe seeing a little stars right now.
That's what the Gator coaches have been anticipating. That time, Sexton dropping back, trying to hit the corner route to the right, which is throwing the ball to the outside, and he completely overthrew it. That's more characteristic of his tendencies.
First miss in the second half for Sexton. 2nd and 10, FSU at its own 45 from the right hash. Running backs are split. They've got twin receivers to the strong side left, and Reed is out wide right. Out of the shotgun, Sexton dropping back, pressure on the outside. He looks to run inside and trying to find running room. He'll be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Dropped down at the 45-yard line. The Gators did a nice job on the outside, forced him up inside, and then closed quickly. And there was no room to run there for Sexton.
Exactly, no room to run. Receivers were sealed off, trying to work to their different spots. Gators walled them off, wouldn't let them where they wanted to go, the receivers, and Sexton was just trying to find somewhere to go. There was nowhere to go, and everybody just closed the door on him.
3rd down and 10 for Florida State at the 45-yard line. Sexton dropping back, looking off to the left, and throws a bad pass, incomplete, wide left. He was trying to hit Lorenzo Booker, and the linebacker, Earl Everett, was standing right there. The Gators played it nicely, and it's going to bring up 4th down, so they got a couple first downs, Lee, but they're back to punting.
FSU was trying to work a 3-man route to the left-hand side, of which one of the patterns was a swing pass to the running back, but the Gators were all over it, and Sexton looked like he probably just tried to throw that ball away.
8th punt of the game for Chris Hall. This is 19 punts for Hall in a little over 6 quarters. There's the snap. Hall takes a lot of time and hits the ball very long. Vernell Brown at the 10, makes a man miss. 15, flagging on the play. Oh man, at a 15-yard line. They're going to get Terrence Holmes on a penalty 5 yards behind the play.
Well, an effort penalty.
Commercial break.
You don't want to see it, but he was trying to help.
And so 9:37 to play.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 49 on the receiving team, half the distance to the goal, 1st and 10.
Gators lead 10-3, timeout on the field. Gators will have it at the 5-yard line. Backs in a nice set. Latsko and Faison, who's 3 yards deep into the end zone. Now an option run, and a toss coming to Faison. He jumps over one guy at the 5, and he gets out across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Good block there from Latsko, and on that play, it was Faison stepping over Cromartie and getting out to the 12-yard line.
A good but gutsy call by Larry Fedora to run the option in the end zone, but he was anticipating some pressure on the inside and man-to-man coverage in the secondary, kicked it out, and Faison picks up 8 yards.
2nd down and 2 from the 12. Leak in the gun, dropping back, pumping, and throwing the ball out of bounds. He found nothing there, and so he threw it away. 3rd down 2. This is a big, big 3rd down play coming. FSU trying to get field position back. The Gators don't want to punt from the goal line.
Yeah, Chris Leak had nothing going that time, trying to work to the short side of the field with 2 receivers, and they were both covered, and he just let it go, threw it away.
Leak 16 of 27. 0 for 3 in the third quarter. Baker wide left, Small wide right, Tate Casey tight to the right. Face in the one-back set. Leak under center brings Small in motion to the far side. Leak dropping back under a blitz and throws the ball. It is going to be incomplete. Tate Casey thought he got bumped by Pat Watkins. The umpire looked like he flinched the right arm and didn't pull the flag. No penalty. It's 4th down and 2.
It was man-to-man coverage. A blitz was coming. Tried to take Tate Casey from the right tight end position and drag him across the field against that man-to-man coverage, but he was covered.
And so it will be a punt for Wilbur from the goal line. Willie Reed standing on the Seminole head at midfield. Punt number 5 for Wilbur. And the kick is away. Hits it very high and very well. Nice punt. Over the shoulder grab, 30-yard line for Reed. Reed being chased by Chad Jackson. And a fine play by the Gator punt return team. And kick they covered beautifully there at the 35-yard line. A fine punt, 56 yards. And only 3 yards on the return. FSU starts at its own 35.
Huge play by Eric Wilbur that time to get that ball out of the end zone and turn this field over and give this defense a fighting chance.
And there's the snap to Sexton, the handoff to Washington, trying to pop the play out to the left side, to the 40-yard line, the 45-yard line, and Jarvis Herring finally gets him. But Herring wondering just where the help was as that play bounced outside. A good run, maybe the best of the night for Leon Washington.
It was the best play for Leon Washington. Showed his quickness. Gators were coming inside with pressure, had man-to-man coverage, and when Washington bounced outside, there was no contain. It was all knotted up on the inside.
Seminole first down at the Florida State 45, left hash. Washington tonight, 4 carries for 6 yards. High set formation. Washington the tailback. Now here's play action as Sexton looking to throw and firing. It's high and it's going to be out of bounds on a catch by Chauncey Stovall. The ball thrown high on the FSU sideline. Out of bounds. It's ruled incomplete.
Speed out, going to the left. Sexton fakes the ball to the running back, the wide receiver to the short field. Had nice loose coverage from an FSU perspective, just running that 10-yard out. But Sexton kind of hung the ball up high and behind him and wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Now that allowed D. Webb to get underneath him and shove him out of bounds there. And so it's going to bring up for Florida State now a 2nd and 10 at the FSU 45-yard line. There's the snap to Sexton. He's dropping back, looking, and firing the ball. Left side, Stovall with a catch and a broken tackle at the 20-yard line and slipped down at the 19-yard line. Jarvis Herring slowed him down, but that's a big gain, the biggest of the night for Florida State to the Gator 19-yard line. It's good for 36 yards.
Sexton had time that time, and Stovall ran a really, really good route. Faked inside, broke outside. D. Webb had his hips turned to the inside. Sexton delivered it. Stovall took it up the field even further.
Sexton much sharper passing in the third quarter. FSU with a first down at the Florida 19-yard line. Gators nursing a 10-3 lead. And there's movement, and there's going to be a penalty. I think FSU might have moved first as Marcus Thomason came in and smacked them on the line. And let's see what this flag is. 7 minutes. 40.
Dead ball, offsides on the defense, number 44 with contact, 5-yard penalty. It'll still be first down.
The scoreboard clock is continuing to run, so they're going to have to reset the scoreboard clock. Yeah, they're about 20 seconds, I think, ran off. And so there was no FSU movement, just an offside on Marcus Thomas. We're midway through the third quarter. We'll get the actual correct time reset on the scoreboard here momentarily. The Gators are leading 10-3.
Please reset the clock. Please reset the clock to 7 minutes, 42 seconds, 7:42. And we will start on for play.
I think there probably should have been more time put back than that. But when you're ahead, you always want
Yeah, they move it forward if they want.
FSU has almost as many yards in this quarter, 87, than they had at the first half, 88. They got a little rhythm. The Gators have got to come up with a stop. Washington is in the one-back set. Here's the toss to Leon Washington, trying to turn the corner, and he breaks a tackle, but the Gators get him. Kyle Jackson slowed him down at around the 19-yard line. He was able to get to around the 14 when Seiler got over there in Mincy and made the stop on Leon Washington. Travis Harris also in there.
FSU actually running a Gator play, the tall sweep to the right with their fullback, tight end, wide receiver, and that little triangle that they have over there. Pitched the ball to Washington. Looked like Kyle Jackson was going to come up and make a great play for a loss, but Washington fought through the tackle to pick up the yardage.
Paul Irons tight end to the right. They have Chauncey Stovall wide right with twin receivers to the left. 2nd down and 4 at the 13-yard line, right hash. There's the snap to Sexton. Sexton gives it to Washington, trying to turn the corner. Washington sweeping to the right, getting to the 10-yard line. And that's good for about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and short. Earl Everett on the play for the Gator defense.
Washington breaking contain on this series more than it's happened all game long. He's able to bounce outside and pick up some yardage. Gator contain is breaking down a little bit.
Unofficially 5 plays for 55 yards on this FSU drive. FSU 0 for 10 tonight on 3rd downs. And they have 3rd down and a yard. Backs in a nice set. Sexton under center. Washington is the tailback. 3rd down and a yard. There's the snap. The toss to Washington. And he's going to be hit. And he's going to be dropped as the Gators got Kyle Jackson to blast through and slow him down. And then the rest of the orange and blue finished him off at the 15-yard line.
Well, Coach Zook and the staff sold the farm on that one. Sent 10 guys. There was only 1 guy out there on the wide receivers, and everybody else was coming up the field to make the play, and they did it.
So 4th down and a yard, or 4th down and about 5 yards now following that loss on the play. Brandon Seiler shaken up, and he's going to walk off the field under his own power. Adrian Melendez and Dr. Pete Indelicato assisting over there. FSU sends the field goal unit in. This will be around a 31-yard kick off the left hash. Chris Hall, the holder. Gary Sainz-Magia, the kicker. There's the snap. The set down. The kick is up, and it is no good. It is no good as he hooked it, and no points. The first missed field goal of the season by Gary Sainz-Magia, and the score remains the Gators 10 and the Seminoles 3. The first miss of the year for Sainz-Magia.
Babick.
Let's go to the sidelines. Here's Steve Babick.
You know, guys, I think number 44, Marcus Thomas, got a fingertip on that ball and slightly changed the rotation and got a little bit of a deflection. It's real hard to tell, but the replay shows he just got a finger on it to help get that ball wide left.
Well, now Chris Leak and company need to get this offense back in gear. After a tremendous first quarter, there's been very little in the 2nd and 3rd quarters by Florida's offense. Cedric Faison is the running back. He's got 10 carries tonight for 24 yards. Twin receivers to the left. Single receiver, Andre Caldwell wide right. From the 20-yard line, here's a handoff to Faison. Faison will be hit and dropped after about a 1-yard gain off right tackle out to the 21-yard line. He was slowed up there by the FSU defense. A.J. Nicholson, the linebacker, in on that stop.
Just handed the ball to Faison going off the right side of the line. But you know, when you realize what a great back Cedric Faison is, and you see these holes up here, and if Cedric hit those holes, but how fast that FSU defense closes in.
2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. Now Cornelius goes in motion to the far side. There's the snap to Leak. A short drop and a quick throw, and it's errant, no good. Wide to the right of Caldwell near the Florida State sideline. And here are the Gators again, sitting back on a 3rd down and 9.
FSU is creeping up on these Gator receivers. And it's feeling like, Mick, that sometime here soon we've got to go downtown.
In the 3rd quarter tonight, the Gators had just 1 first down. 3rd and 9. 4 receivers off to the left. There's the snap to Leak, who rolls to his left, looking to throw and fires incomplete at the 44-yard line. It was Cornelius near the ball. I thought for a moment it might have been going to O.J. Small, but incomplete.
I think it was going to O.J. Small, trying to hit that 15-yard area going towards the sideline. Again, a flood route, meaning you put multiple receivers, more receivers stretching out the fewer defensive backs. But it's a tough throw when you're on the dead run, running to your left and making that throw.
And when you're right-hand quarterback.
The right-hand quarterback, yes.
6th punt tonight from Wilbur, averaging 42.2. He'll hit it near the 10-yard line. And the kick is away. Wilbur's last punt was a beauty. This one also appears to be very well struck. At the 30-yard line, Willie Reed on a run back. And he's brought down there on a fine Gator play by Reggie Lewis at the 40-yard line. Covered that kick very well. It was 41 yards and 10 yards on the punt return. Could have been a lot more if not for the play there of the Gators on that play. FSU moves right to left with a first down at the 40-yard line. Near the left hash, Lorenzo Booker is the tailback. Tonight, Booker has 1 carry for 6 yards. Now here's the handoff to Booker up the middle of the field. A hole opens. Kyle Jackson brings him down after a good run, though, out to the 47-yard line. That's 7 yards on that handoff there for Lorenzo Booker.
And had a running lane right between the tackles, just actually the center guard gap, straight up the middle. And it really is what we expected to see a whole lot more of. We thought that FSU might be very effective running the ball in this way, but they haven't done it.
2nd down 3 from the 47. Thorpe is wide right. Stovall is wide left. Backs in an I set. Wyatt Sexton under center, checking off on the play. Play clock at 8 seconds. There's the snap. Here's the toss coming to the boundary for Booker, and the Gators get him and throw him down 46-yard line. Great pursuit by the Gator defenders there. Trinell Morant was in on that play, and so was Brandon Seiler, and as well as Kenny Parker. Let's go to the sidelines. Here's Steve.
Well, it's good to see Kenny Parker help make that play, because I was watching the play of the defensive line, and the combination of Marcus Thomas and Ray McDonald, they've had a big night. They've done a great job of stringing out the run and also getting pressure on the quarterback. Good to see the backup step up there and make a play.
3rd down and 4. FSU 0 for 11 on 3rd downs in the game. 3rd and 4 for the Seminoles at their own 46 from the left hash. There's the snap to Sexton. Sexton with time, now trying to step up and trying to run, and he's going to cross midfield, going to get a first down scrambling to the Florida 49-yard line. First 3rd down conversion of the game for Florida State.
That was a good job by Sexton that time. The Gators had all the routes covered. Everybody was stretched out, and Sexton had nowhere to go, but he did see a running lane, at least enough green grass to get to the first down. He really didn't hesitate very long and took off and picked up the first down.
First downs tonight, FSU 10, Florida 13. Seminoles in Gator territory at the 49. Backs in an I set with Booker, the tailback. There's a play action fake to Booker. Sexton wanting to throw the deep ball down the left sideline, going deep for Crethanzo Thorpe, and it's going to be incomplete. Gators had 2 defenders back there. Herring had it, and it's going to be intercepted as Herring was back there as well. D. Webb, and it was picked off right near the pylon of the end zone. A beautiful pick for D. Webb, his 3rd of the year.
The improvement in this last game by the defensive backs, catching those deep balls and responding to them, is phenomenal. That was an excellent play by D. Webb, who was right in the receiver's hip pocket, just running a streak route. Turned when the ball got close, jumped up, got it at the highest point, and brought it down. And Herring was over there to help too. Outstanding play.
Gators coming into the game +4 in turnover margin. That was a huge takeaway, though, for the Gator defense. And Florida will start to the 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Skylar Thornton. Off the left side, he's hit at the 21-yard line. Skylar Thornton for 1 yard.
Well, I don't want to get my focus off the Gator defense, but Chris Ricks is throwing a whole lot of footballs on the sideline right now. It's going to be another variable in this game, but it would make a huge difference if this Gator offense could drive the ball and make it 17-3.
2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Florida 10, Florida State 3. Gators have a 2nd and 9 from their own 21. Left hash. Trips wide right for Florida. Single receiver to the left. Leak dropping back and looking left and trying to throw the ball to the sideline out of bounds. Left side going for Baker on that boundary side. And now it's 3rd and 9.
Dallas Baker's got one-on-one coverage, tight one-on-one coverage. The safety is cheated to the other side of the field. Dallas Baker's on the left side. Safety's cheated to the right, and he's got nothing to do but beat that guy one-on-one, and I thought the Gators were going after it that time. Didn't work out.
Is that not a play where he could run 12-13 and come back?
He could, or he could just blow right by that guy and hang it up.
You know, they need a first down in the worst way. 3rd and 9. There's the snap to Leak. Looking to set up something short, and he throws incomplete. He had pressure. He threw it away as FSU has forced it. Now here's a flag, and it's going to be on Florida State. It's going to be on Willie Jones back in the end zone. Looked like he might have been celebrating a play back there, and they dropped the flag.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some kind of sportsmanship call. And another gift. The Gators have had 3 or 4 good, fortunate type things happen.
There is no flag. Number 4 was an eligible receiver in the area. It will be 4th down.
Ah, he was going to call a grounding.
Well, we were all wrong.
We were all wrong.
Well, the Gators can't seem to make a first down, though, and that doesn't bode well. And here's another punt for Wilbur. He'll hit it near the 10-yard line, and the dangerous punt returner Willie Reed stands at the 40. 1:44 to go, 3rd quarter. The Gators protecting a 10-3 advantage. Florida has never trailed in the game tonight. There's the snap, and Wilbur's punt is away. Another good ball. Reed gets back to the 34, drops it, loose ball, scramble, far sideline. Willie Reed got back on it inside the 30-yard line.
And Chris Ricks, Mick, I see him in the mix, huddling up out there.
45-yard punt. 1:34 remaining in the 3rd. And here comes Chris Ricks into quarterback Florida State. On senior night in Tallahassee, the senior from Santa Margarita, California, who this year has thrown 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. 2nd all-time in FSU history with 61 career TD passes. Comes into the game as the Seminoles will start at their own 28-yard line. Running backs in an eye set. Leon Washington is the tailback. He fakes it to Washington, looks to throw the ball left sideline. Is Dominic Robinson with a catch on the near sideline on a first down, out of bounds, crossing midfield at Florida territory at the Gator 48-yard line. Ricks on play action completes his first pass, and it's a big gain out for 24 yards.
Ricks dropped back, flashed the ball to the tailback, wide receiver to the left, which was the wide side of the field, just went straight down the field on a fade route, and Ricks dropped it in there perfectly.
All right, FSU in the Gator territory now at the Florida 48. Stovall is wide to the left. Thorpe is wide to the right. Running backs eye set. Washington dots the I as the tailback. Now Ricks appears to be checking off on the play. 1st and 10 for FSU at the Florida 48-yard line. There's the snap. Ricks dropping back, looking to throw over the middle of the field. He's got Stovall on a catch and a first down at the 27-yard line, as he got deeper than Seiler and in front of the safety Jackson, and Ricks 2 for 2. That's 21 more and 45 yards in the last 2 completions.
Well, there wasn't much room to get that ball in there. It was a crossing route by Stovall, the receiver on the left-hand side, going down 15 yards, cutting straight across the field. Gator coverage was pretty decent, but Chris Ricks just jammed that ball in there. He's hot.
First down, 27-yard line. Willie Reed wide right, Alfonso Thorpe wide left. Backs in an eye set. Again, Ricks wanting to throw. Looking, and firing the ball. Left corner, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to come to Alfonso Thorpe in the end zone, incomplete.
Running a deep corner pattern, Ronaldo Hill had his guy man-to-man and did a nice job of hanging with the FSU wide receiver. Chris Ricks just dropped back and let it go into that left corner. Good coverage.
Underthrew him a little bit.
But Hill was close enough and tight enough that the receiver couldn't even adjust because he was in his pocket.
54 seconds left in quarter number 3. Gators lead 10-3. Vernell Brown in at corner. Gators send Vernell Brown in at defensive right corner. He's manning up against Dominic Robinson. There's the snap to Ricks, and he hands the ball off, an inside handoff to Washington. Trying to turn the corner, getting inside the 25. Washington cut down at the 22-yard line. Beyond Washington on that run. Tackle made by Jeremy Mincy.
Running the draw-looking play with Chris Ricks in the shotgun. The thing you got to think about with Chris Ricks now on a 3rd and 5 type situation is the quarterback draw. Some kind of quarterback run the ball play.
Utah completes a regular season undefeated with a victory over BYU tonight in Salt Lake City. Final seconds of the 3rd quarter. 3rd down 5. 22-yard line. There's the snap to Ricks. There's pressure on the outside, and Ray McDonald grabs him and throws him down as he tried to scamper forward. He got to the 22-yard line, back to the line of scrimmage. A good Gator defensive play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. Here in the state capitol tonight, where the boys of Old Florida and the orange and blue have a 10-3 lead as we go to the 4th quarter. And Florida State has sent place kicker Gary Sismazia into the game to attempt a 39-yard field goal off the left hash. His last one was missed from 32 yards. There's the snap, the set down, the kick is up, on the way, and this one is no good. He's hooked another one. He's hooked it wide left for the 2nd time, one at each goalpost, and the score remains Florida 10, Florida State 3.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Gators have got to respond offensively. This is break number I don't know how many, and the Gators got to find a way to put a drive together. FSU defense is playing very well. Gators haven't found anything in the throwing game in a while, and I know we said this on the last series. I think there's a time to hang this ball up and see if we can catch a deep ball.
All right, the Gators take over. They'll start the 21-yard line from the right hash. Back to the nice set. Leak on a play action. Dropping back to throw. Down left sideline all alone. O.J. Small. He's got it. Big gainer. First down in the FSU territory. Out of bounds or right on the sideline at the 47-yard line. Huge gain. Leak to O.J. Small. And that goes for 32 yards.
Well, Small working from the left side. FSU just lost his whereabouts. Chris Leak flashed the ball to Cedric Faison. Stood in the pocket and hung it up, and right between the corner and the safety, O.J. Small found a crease.
From the 46-yard line, here's the toss to Faison, trying to go to the right, nothing there, and reverses his field back, and then spins inside the 45. He made something out of nothing. He got to the 41.5-yard line, about 5 yards on a play that could have been a loss. Cedric Faison, nice play.
Cedric Faison has felt like a few times that he just might come out of that pack, but again, the FSU defense has so much speed, they get to him before he can regain his momentum.
2nd and 6 from the Florida State 42. Right hash, there's the handoff to Faison off the right side. Got a first down, cuts inside the 30. It's still on his feet inside the 25-yard line. Faison down to the 20-yard line. Oh my, a beautiful run. 22 yards for the Gators. Cedric Faison, the tackle made by Ernie Sims. And the Gators are in the Zeno zone.
Well, that time, Faison was on the left hand of Chris Leak, left-hand side. He just handed him the ball. He followed his offensive line, kind of snuggled up to him, going down the right side of the line, and then found that crease and accelerated for a big gain.
Skylar Thornton in the game now at tailback in a one-back set. Leak under center. Hands it off to Thornton, up the middle, a hole opens, and he runs through it. And he's got good running room inside the 15 and down to the 12-yard line. 8 yards up the middle by Skylar Thornton before the safety, Jerome Carter, brought him down. And the Gators have a huge running play there, and they've got huge momentum.
Huge momentum, and the Gators are getting their momentum partly by getting the ball snapped quickly.
2nd and 2, 12-yard line. Here's another toss back to Thornton, trying to turn to the right to the 10, and he looks like he's got a first down, getting inside to the 8-yard line, maybe the 7-yard line. That'll give the Gators first down and goal to go.
Just a toss sweep, got up under the center, Chris Leak did, and pitched the ball to Skylar Thornton, went around the right end. Looks like a first down from here.
13 minutes, 17 seconds left in the game. Gators lead 10-3. Guerrero in at right guard. All right, the Gators have Cedric Faison back in the game at tailback. Anthony Guerrero is in at right guard for Florida on the offensive line. There's the handoff to Faison, looking for running room, skipping down to the 5-yard line. 2 tough yards for Seatric Faison. Roger Williams, the backup free safety, in on the stop. Redshirt freshman from Warner Robins, Georgia.
Another good cut by Faison, showing that set where the Gators usually run the sweep, but handing it to Faison, going right up the middle, finding a little crease.
2nd and goal from the 5, right hash. They toss it back to the boundary again to Faison, trying to look for running room, getting inside to the 4-yard line. Nice. Played off to the right. He got a yard, and Ernie Sims, the strong side linebacker, brought him down.
That's tough going, trying to run the sweep to the short side of the field against this FSU defense. They run too fast to get through that.
Gators 10, FSU 3, and Florida has 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Reggie Lewis is the inside receiver to the right. Twins right, trips to the left. No backs for Leak. He's in the shotgun. Leak dropping back, looking, throwing into the end zone. Dallas Baker, and it's incomplete. Broken up again by Bryant McFadden. Incomplete, intended to hit Baker.
Trying to work Dallas Baker on the backside of the end zone. You take the other 4 receivers, you hook them up short to make the defenders come up, and then you slip Dallas Baker behind them underneath the goalpost. Chris Leak tried to hit him, but he was covered.
This will be 21 yards. 21-yard field goal off the right hash. There's the snap. Whitaker puts it down. The kick is up, and it is good. Matt Leach gives the Gators a 10-point lead in Tallahassee. 11:51 to play in the ball game. Timeout with the score. Florida 13, FSU 3. Here comes Petro. Right leg strikes the ball high and end over end. It'll be Cromartie dropping the ball to the end zone. I think he wanted to come out before he caught it, but now he'll have to take a knee, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20-yard line. Backs in an eye set. Lorenzo Booker is the tailback. And now Ricks fakes it to Booker, dropping back, wanting to throw, firing a deep ball down the near side. He's got Thorpe, and near sideline at the 30, 25 out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 2 flags dropped at the 42 back upfield.
And being the Gators we are, there may have been offensive pass interference against Vernell Brown. It feels like that's what happened because Vernell Brown fell down. All of a sudden, I think he was pushed.
And Thorpe got wide open, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Pass interference, number 1 of the offense. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat first down.
So a huge penalty on Florida State. He did. Thorpe just knocked him down with a left arm, shoved him down.
Well, that's one way to get open.
Well, Vernell Brown is in there for Ronaldo Hill.
Well, Vernell was running stride for stride with the receiver. He was in great position, and all of a sudden he disappeared. Now we know why.
Ronaldo Hill, not playing, has played more snaps on defense than any other Gator tonight, or this season. First down, 20, back at the 10-yard line. Again, Ricks to throw, and firing out here to the right side. Dominic Robinson making the catch in front of the Gators' Vernell Brown, who shoves him out of bounds. And that's a gain that gets out to the 22-yard line.
Well, Vernell Brown playing off a little bit from his corner position. Wide receiver goes down 10 yards, just turns to the outside. Chris Ricks let the ball go on time. It's a tough route to cover against that defense.
Stovall wide right with Thorpe wide to the left. FSU is 2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line. On Ricks, play action again, looking to throw over the middle of the field. He's got the tight end, and a catch made there by Henshaw. Kyle Jackson comes up and makes the tackle, but that should be a first down to the tight end, Matt Henshaw, who caught a 20-yard touchdown pass in the swamp last year.
Well, Henshaw was playing his tight end spot on the left-hand side, ran a crossing route from left to right against man-to-man coverage and made the catch. His dad used to coach here, George Henshaw, for a long time, and is now with the Tennessee Titans.
FSU first down at the Seminole 31 from the right hash. Stovall wide right toward the boundary, and out to the left is Crofonso Thorpe. Booker in the eye set, And he takes the handoff, trying to run to the left, and runs past Herring. And then the Gators cover him with Travis Harris, but not before. It's about a 9.5-yard run, close to 9 yards there for the tailback.
Showed those quick feet that we've heard about. Coming out of the eye, following the fullback, making a cut back, picking up a big gain.
Booker's career high is 130 yards against Duke earlier this year. He had 123 also against Virginia. 10 minutes to go in the game. Florida 13, Florida State 3. 2nd down and 2. 39-yard line. And now here's Ricks handing the ball off on a running play. They get the ball to the fullback, and James Coleman barrels over the 40-yard line. And there's an injured Seminole player down on the field right now, too, as Ray Willis, the right tackle, is injured. That play goes out to the 43-yard line. That'd be enough for the first down. First down. Here's Ricks dropping back, play action, throwing the ball down the field. He's got Stovall, and he's in Gator territory, and he's out of bounds near the sideline. They stayed inbounds, 37-yard line, and he's got about 19 yards.
There's man-to-man coverage, and Stovall is on the right-hand side, and D-Webb has got him all over the field, and the toughest angle to cover is a crossing pattern. So Stovall works himself up the field and then cuts all the way across, and Chris Ricks shot that ball in there right on the money.
FSU on the march now, first down at the Florida 37 from the left hash. They line up in an I set. Booker the tailback, and here's the handoff to Booker. He got a quick surge, and he ran right into the Gators, and a flag comes in late as the tackle made at the 32-yard line after a 5-yard gain.
Now that play was right up the middle and looked like there was an inadvertent face mask.
9 minutes and 5 seconds left.
Incidental face mask on the defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, that's the Gators' 11th penalty tonight, FSU 9, so that's 20 fouls that are in the book. There have been a few other penalties that have been declined. Gators have committed the most penalties in the Southeastern Conference. 8:55 and counting. Florida leads 13-3, trying to upset the 8th-ranked Seminoles here at Bobby Bowden Field, Bill Campbell Stadium. FSU first down at the Florida 27-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Ricks on a play action, dropping back and looking now, scrambling out, rolling right. He's in some pressure, coming near the sideline, stopping, looking, trying to make a play, reversing back to the left, and now throws the ball up for grabs down toward the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. Stovall caught the ball. Herring defending on the play, and it's a touchdown for Florida State.
Chris Ricks has made a name for himself in these Gator football games. He was pressed. He had to roll out to his right. He scrambled all over the field, reversed his field, looked like he'd be sacked, and he just hung that ball up in the left corner, and Stovall jumped up and caught the ball for a touchdown. That was Chris Ricks right there at his finest. Chris Ricks has now doubled his touchdown passes for the season from 1 to 2. The extra point kick is good. Commercial break.
Timeout. 8:30 to play in the game. With the score, the Gators 13, FSU 10.
Chris Ricks, the critics talk about his lack of discipline and those types of things, but what he's best at is what he just did, ad-libbing and making things happen.
And here's Badia. Right leg strikes the ball, gets it very deep. And Tremaine McCullum 3 yards deep, going to come out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and that's all he's going to get. Got back just barely to the 20-yard line. Claudius Osei making the tackle on special teams for Florida State. Lee, you mean to tell me that play was not the way Jeff Bowden drew it up?
I don't think Jeff would deny that Chris Ricks did that on his own.
Total yards tonight, Florida State 321, the Gators 294. Gators have run 63 plays, and Florida State 62 plays. All right, the Gators work right to left. They'll start from the 20-yard line. There's Chris Ricks faking the ball to face and throwing underneath to the fullback. Latsko. He's got it, and he's out to the 30-yard line. The ball comes loose. It's fumbled near the sideline on the FSU side. Let's see who got it.
Got out of bounds.
It got out of bounds. FSU scrambling, could not recover. Latsko had the catch and then lost the ball. And let's see where they spot it.
The fumble was forward out of bounds. We'll place the ball at the fumble spot and wind the clock on the ready. Second down.
Well, Mick, that was a bootleg play that the FSU defensive end wasn't fooled at all. Chris Leak was in trouble, and as he rolled to his left, the FSU defensive end was in his face. He unloaded it to Billy Latsko, who made a wonderful catch, turned it up the field, but then got clobbered and fumbled the ball. Luckily, it went out of bounds.
They spot it at the 28. It's second down 2 from the 28. The handoff, the facing up the middle, has the first down. Good run for C4. Still pounding and twisting, hipping and ripping, and out to the 44-yard line. 16 yards for the Gators. Ciatric Faison.
There you go. That was, again, looking like the formation and the motion where the Gators run the sweep, but handed the ball to Faison, going right off the right side of the line. Excellent blocking. Faison running the ball like he knows how and running hard.
Caldwell and Baker, twins to the left. Small and Jackson, twins to the right. 4 wide. C4 is the running back. Chris Leak in the shotgun takes the snap, hands it off to Faison, trying to run, got a hole. He's at the 50, he's at the 40, he's down the sideline, got tripped up on the FSU sideline at the 32-yard line. Beautiful run for Ciatric Faison. Claudius Osei may have saved a touchdown there for Florida State after a 24-yard run for Ciatric Faison.
Oh, man, I tell you, if the Gators get this stuff going, it's going to be their night. Another great run by Ciatric Faison. Offensive line did a nice job. He took the ball out of the shotgun, went off the left side of the line. Left side of the line, had everybody tied up, and that's all Ciatric Faison needs. And he hit a crack and hit it flying.
Faison 17 carries, 94 yards rushing for C4. He gets a breather now as Skylar Thornton comes in the game. Gators in an eye set, and it's play action. Leak faking, looking to throw. He's got a receiver setting open to the 20-yard line. It's Chad Jackson who makes the catch, and they tackle him immediately inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's good for 14 yards to Chad Jackson. The Gators are in the Zeno zone.
Well, that time Chad Jackson was on the right-hand side, went down about 12 yards, hooked up on the hash mark. FSU playing a zone. He sat in between the two linebackers. Chris Leak flashed the ball to the running back, made the linebackers hold and threw a strike.
Gators first down at the FSU 18 on the right hash. Thornton in the one-back set. And Thornton takes the ball, runs up the middle, has a hole, still fighting hard, getting inside the 10. Skylar Thornton thumping down to around the 9-yard line. On a beautiful run, he gets almost 10 yards before Jerome Carter, the safety, stopped him.
Nice run by Skylar Thornton, just hitting up in there hard, right off the guard, center, gap. Good job by the offensive line. Right now, on the last few plays, the Gator offensive line has dominated FSU's defensive line.
Gators have a 62-yard drive in the making here right now. 4 plays for 62 yards. 6:23 to go in the game. Florida 13, Florida State 10. They stretch it out, and it's going to be a first down by about 2 inches. Gators have first down and goal at the Florida State 8. The ball equidistant between the hash marks. Thornton out of the game. Faison is in. Leak in the shotgun, takes the snap. Leak rolling right now, swings it back underneath, and it's going to be dropped, and it's incomplete. They tried the tackle eligible to Lance Butler, who dropped the ball. Lance Butler tackled eligible, and now flags go flying in on the play after it looked to be over.
Well,
Butler spiked the ball.
The tackle eligible screen was set up incredibly well, but Chris Leak, who was hurried, threw the ball low, and you don't ask an offensive tackle to make a great catch, or he walks into the end zone. But this may be a penalty against FSU. Nope.
They've called a personal foul on Florida, and Ron Zook wanted to know who it's on. Steve Babbitt and I watched that play in practice. Watch it work in practice, the tackle eligible to Lance Butler. And boy, what was first and goal from the 8. Now let's see what it's going to be. 5:58 to play in the game. The Gators leading by 3, 13-10. But how much ground are they going to lose?
There were 2 fouls. Illegal touching on number 77 on the offense. That penalty is declined. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 77 on the offense. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. It will be second down.
Placed way back at the 24-yard line now, where it becomes second and goal. O.J. Small wide right. Inside receiver to the left is Bubba Caldwell. Wide to the left is Dallas Baker. Twins left, single receiver to the right. Now Chad Jackson goes in motion off to the right. Leak dropping back, looking to throw, lobs it up down toward the end zone for Baker, and it's going to be incomplete. And a flag comes in on the play as it was broken up by Cromartie. And there is a flag upfield at the 3-yard line.
Dallas Baker just trying to run a fade pattern on the left-hand side, the short side of the field. Chris Leak hung it up. It was a jump ball. Now we'll see who interfered with who.
Pass interference, number 13 on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Third and goal, 8-yard line. Chris Leak of the shotgun. He hands it off to Faison, a running play straight up the middle. He's going to score. Touchdown, Seatric Faison. Oh, my. He runs to daylight, and he gives the Gators a 19-10 lead.
Boy, that was just a great call by Larry Fedora on third and goal. Everybody thinking pass, and he had the guts to call a draw play. And Seatric Faison just slipped through there. I don't know if anybody touched him. There was a lot of bodies around, but I don't think anybody touched him. They were so fooled.
Extra point attempt coming. It's on the way, and it is on the board. Cromartie on the near hash, Reed on the far hash. And now here we go. Here comes Matt Petrovich. He hits the football, and he hits it well. It's about 5 yards deep, and Cromartie's going to come out to the 5, to the 10-yard line. Dallas Baker grabs him, but there's a face mask penalty, I believe, coming as Cromartie escapes and runs off to the left, to the 30, the 35, Cromartie to the 40, the 50, out of bounds on the Florida sideline at the 39-yard line. Dallas Baker looked like he could make a tackle near the 10-yard line, but he apparently got up high. Face mask penalty that's going to be declined after a marvelous kickoff return for Antonio Cromartie.
But then a second flag was thrown, and when Cromartie reversed his field, you wonder.
Personal foul, face mask, number 81 on the kicking team. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Well, that took care of my wondering. I was thinking there might be a clip somewhere in there, but we're going to need to watch this football game right to the end, don't you think?
Yeah. Why would tonight be any different than the last 36?
That's right. That's right.
4:45 left. Florida 20, FSU 10. And Florida State now gets the ball at the Gator 24-yard line. FSU with twins wide right, single receiver to the left. Oh, for a turnover. Can the Gators get a takeaway? There's the snap to Ricks. Ricks dropping back, and Ricks is going to be hit and dropped and tackled beautifully. Marcus Thomas up on the inside gets the sack, his second tonight.
Great pressure, and there was some linebacker help coming, but it was the defensive lineman, particularly Marcus Thomas, just whipping his guy, fighting up the field and getting to Chris Ricks, who was locked into the pocket. What a huge sack.
10-yard loss. Second down 20 for FSU at the Gator 34. Ricks in the shotgun, dropping back and looking to throw and firing, and he's got a receiver, Cafonso Thorpe, but he dropped the ball. He had it near the 21-yard line on a low throw. Gator defenders were all around Thorpe, and it goes incomplete. Stops the clock with 4:04 left.
Thorpe ran a deep curl right near the hash mark on the right-hand side, and Chris Ricks, who was getting pressure, let that ball go. That ball was plenty good enough to catch, and FSU looking at the end a little bit like they looked in the beginning, dropping the ball.
3rd down, 20. From the 34, another sack would be nice. Still hoping for that takeaway, too. Rick's in the shotgun. Here come the Gators. Rick's backpedaling near midfield. He's at the 50-yard line and scrambling to the near sideline. Still looking to make a play. Again, lobs the ball up down toward the end zone, and it's going to be broken up at the last moment. Oh, my. Great coverage down in the corner by D. Webb. If D. Webb gets there a moment later, it would have been a touchdown.
I thought it was a touchdown. Chris Ricks rolls out to his right in a scramble, buying all the time in the world. FSU receiver on the left-hand side ran all the way to the right corner. Looked like it was going to happen, and at the last second, D. Webb stretched out and knocked that ball away.
Well, they've pulled the starting quarterback tonight. Now they've pulled the starting place kicker. Gary Sismasia has been benched. Xavier Badia is coming back in to kick this field goal, which is going to be about 52 yards. Right between the hash marks. There's the snap, the set down, the kick is up. It's on the way. It's got plenty of distance, and it is good.
Yep, we got to stay to the end. This is a game.
52-yard field goal. Xavier Batia. Cornelius and McCullum again are deep. For the FSU kickoff, it's high, end over end, and not real deep. It's going to be taken to the 7-yard line by McCullum to the 15, and he can't get to the 20. Man, they really cover kicks well. That's only on a short kick, only about 11 yards or so on the kick return. Almost like a page out of the Gators book there on that sky kick.
Yeah, it did. Looked like the way the Gators like to play it. Hang it up and let the coverage get down there before the return guy can get going. Crowd's coming alive.
Chris Leak tonight, 19 of 38. He's batting just 50%, but 231 yards for Leak. Gators in an eye set from the 17-yard line. Leak fakes it to Faison and rolls out to his left. Chris Leak looking to make a play, going to throw it away on the sideline. Going to bring up 2nd down. 3 minutes and 36 seconds to play. And it's 2nd and 10. Seatric Faison in the one-back set. Bubba Caldwell wide to the left. O.J. Small off to the right. There's the snap. And here's the handoff to Faison to the 20. Faison to the 25. Faison out to the 26-yard line. And very close to the 1st down. Maybe a little bit short. Yeah, good run, though, for Faison. Gators are going to have 3rd down and less than a yard, it would appear.
Faison, the one back behind Chris Leak, and just runs the ball off the left side of the line. Running hard. Got some good blocking. It's going to be 3rd and short. About 1.5 yards.
Seatric Faison tonight, 20 carries, 111 yards. 3rd down and 1. Here's the handoff to Faison. He's got the 1st down as he slipped up the middle and got to the 32. Well, I don't know. He looked like he got a very good spot. I thought he was out further than that. It's going to be very close. Nose of the football appears to be right where he needs to go, but we're going to measure it.
He sure went after it. That was running the isolation play with the lead block by Billy Latsko, the fullback.
They stretch the sticks out. And it's short by about 4 or 5 inches. 2:38 remaining. Florida State takes timeout. They have 2 left. The Gators have 3 remaining. Will give us time to again look at the Tires Plus Southeastern Conference scoreboard. Tennessee beat Vanderbilt 38-33 in Nashville today. Arkansas beat Mississippi State 24-21. Auburn beat Alabama 21-13. And LSU came from behind to beat Ole Miss 27-24 in Baton Rouge. And Clemson beat South Carolina 29-7. That's the Southeastern Conference scoreboard.
The ball is on the 27-yard line.
So Ron Zook says, let's go, men. Go, man, go. 4th and inches. Leak under center. He surges forward. He appears to have it. He needed about 5 inches. It looked like he got about a yard or more. He needed to get out across the 32, and I believe he has done that, but they'll have to wait and untangle. If he does not, Florida State's offense will get the ball inside the 33-yard line.
They're asking for the measurement.
Ron Zook pacing the sideline.
I don't blame him.
Stretch it out. And it is a first down.
And the clock's running.
Leak under center. Latsko, the fullback in motion. The handoff to Faison, trying to pop out to the outside of the left. And he's brought down on a fine play for FSU's Jerome Carter at the 26-yard line. Lost a couple of yards. FSU burns another timeout. They'll have one left. It stops the clock with 2:05 to play in the fourth.
Well, I'm going to give Ciatrix some credit for using his head on that play. He hit up into the line to the left, broke to the outside, but went down before he was knocked out of bounds so that the clock would keep running and force FSU into a timeout.
That's exactly right. A very heady play by Ciatric Faison, who's been the workhorse tonight on 22 carries, gaining 109 yards, 7 times over 100 in his career, and 6 of them have been this year. Florida State was allowing 62 yards rushing per game, best in the nation. They were averaging 1.9 yards rushing per attempt. All right. Play clock is running as the Gators run their offense out. They've got 10 seconds to snap it. Second down, 11. C4, the tailback, gets the ball, runs into a tackle, and he'll be hit and dropped. He ran right into the backside of Randy Hand, and they tackle him to the 23-yard line. 1:58 to play. FSU takes its final timeout, and the Gators are going to have third down. They've got to get out to the across the 37-yard line, so they're going to have third down and long at about 13 yards.
Well, these last 2 plays haven't been real effective, but what they have done is forced FSU to burn their timeouts. And so if Florida has to punt and can't convert on this third down, FSU has no timeouts left. That makes it a lot tougher for FSU.
Gators led 7-0 tonight after the first quarter. They had a 10-0 lead early in the second. Led at halftime 10-3. After 3 quarters, it was still 10-3. And now the lead is 20-13 with 1:58 left. All right, the Gators now come back out to the field. FSU defense getting set. 1:58 to play in the fourth quarter. It's third down. And about 13, maybe 14. From the 23-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Now the whistles blow, and we'll wait and see what happens here. Looks like the Gators have taken a timeout. Gators have third down at about 14. From the Gator 23, left hash. Twins left, twins right. Then they run it to Faison, and Faison has been hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. As FSU got Charles Howard in the game at tackle and made the stop on Faison back to the 19-yard line. The clock cannot stop by FSU's defense. They're out of timeouts. 1 minute and 38 seconds and counting. As it's fourth down and long.
The Gators just trying to run the draw. Spread the field out, 4 wides, 1 back, tried to run the draw play, and just did not work. Ciatric Faison was hit in the backfield before he ever got going.
Gators have 4 seconds and 3 seconds, 2, 1. They got the snap away, and the kick is off. Beautiful punt by Wilbur as Reed is back inside the 30, 28-yard line. Willie Reed going off to the left of the 40-yard line, and he's hit at around the 44-yard line. 1:03 to go in the game, 63 seconds. That's a 53-yard punt by Wilbur, but a 16-yard punt return.
You can't ask for more drama than this. We might not want this drama, but this is a great college football game. Coming right down to the wire.
Chris Ricks, 6 of 9, 113 yards. Florida State 55 yards away from the goal line. 1st and 10 for the Seminoles, their own 45 from the left hash. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Ricks to throw, and it's batted down to the line of scrimmage. Nicely done by the Gators. Jeremy Mincy, I think, got in there and broke it up.
Well, there's been 2 or 3 times this Gator defensive line who's done a great job of rushing, done a good job of tackling, playing tough, but they've also done a nice job of getting their hands up in the rush tonight and knocking some balls around.
59 seconds left. 2nd down, 10 for the Seminoles at their own 45. Again, they've got twins to the left side, to the short side of the field, twins to the right. Ricks dropping back to throw and fires down. He's got Thorpe, and he makes the catch at the 31-yard line to Crofonso Thorpe.
Gators playing a zone, 2 deep zone, and the FSU wide receiver got behind the cornerback and in between the safety, and Chris Ricks had great anticipation and let that ball go before Kyle Jackson could get over there and make the play. It is a great throw.
24 yards. Stops the clock as they get the chains set. 53 seconds to play. And Florida State is at the Gator 31-yard line. From the right hash. Again, twins left, twins right. Ricks dropping back. Under pressure. Going to set up a screen underneath. And he's got his receiver there, Lorenzo Booker, trying to go outside and trying to get out of bounds. And will get out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Only about 3 yards on the gain. But importantly for FSU, Booker stopped the clock going out of bounds.
And Ronaldo Hill did do a nice job. That screen play to the left looked like it was going to be big yards for FSU, but the Gator defense scrambled around, came up, and forced him out of bounds. Ronaldo Hill in particular.
All right, it's 2nd down. 2nd and about 4. At the 26-yard line. Ball is on the left hash. Again, they've got 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ricks dropping back. Ricks looking to throw and firing near the sideline. Thorpe gets it, but he stays in bounds at the 18-yard line. The ball was thrown too far in toward the numbers, and Thorpe couldn't get out of bounds.
Just ran a speed out to the wide field to the right. Had soft coverage.
1st down, stop the clock. It was good for a 1st down. It did stop the clock to stretch the chains out. 32 seconds left. 1st down, 18-yard line, and Ricks will spike this one. Ricks spikes it, and now 28 seconds to play, and 2nd down and 10 for Florida State at the Gator 18-yard line. Ricks 9 of 13 for 150.
Right now, Gators not choosing to put pressure. Now, that's in the previous plays. I don't know what they'll do on this play, but they're playing a zone, bringing 4 people, not trying to pressure the quarterback.
2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Again, twins to the left, twins to the right. Lorenzo Booker in the backfield. Ricks in the shotgun, taking the snap, rolling right toward the sideline. Ricks stopping, Ricks looking. He's heaving the ball up and out of bounds on the right side. Nobody near. He overthrew his receivers. The Gators pressured him to the sideline. That will stop the clock with 20 seconds to play and will bring up 3rd down and 10.
No zone that time. Tight man coverage. And Ricks got pressure, flushed him out to the right, used his head, threw the ball away. Channing Crowder comes into the game.
All right, 3rd and 10 for Florida State at the Gator 18. Again, 2 receivers left and 2 receivers right. The running back is Booker. There's the snap to Ricks. Ricks dropping back. Ricks looking to throw the ball off to the left side. He overthrows Crofonso Thorpe in the end zone, overthrowing him, and it's going to bring up 4th down with 14 seconds left.
Channing Crowder lined up as a defensive end on the left side of the Gator defensive line, trying to get a pass rush. Chris Ricks was hurried a little bit, tried to hang that ball up into the left corner. Didn't work.
And so these final seconds of Ron Zook's final game in the regular season comes down to a 4th down play. 4th down and 10. 18-yard line. Gators protecting a 7-point lead here in Tallahassee. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. There's the snap to Ricks out of the shotgun. He drops back and throws the ball, and it's going to be intercepted. How by? The Gators have picked the ball off as they get an interception. It was Jarvis Herring who intercepted the ball, and the Gators have just taken it away, and they've won a ball game here on Bobby Bowden Field.
And it was a great interception. Chris Ricks was pressured, tried to hit a crossing route, threw it off his back foot, and Herring made a diving interception to seal this game. And the sideline of the Gators is in bedlam. They have just gone wild.
It has erupted on the Gators sideline. 8 seconds left. Florida State is going to go 0-1 on Bobby Bowden Field, and the Gators are going to be undefeated on Bobby Bowden Field. There's the snap to Ricks. He'll take a knee, or to Leak. He'll take a knee, and that's it. Final seconds tick off, and that's it. The ball game is all over. Unranked Florida has upset 8th-ranked Florida State here in Tallahassee, snapping 18 years of Florida frustration in the state capital. And Florida unbeaten on Bobby Bowden Field. The final score tonight, the Gators 20, Florida State